That's right. Back live, Kdqn 92.1 with the Morning Brew. Good morning to all of you, and both of you, Jennifer, Patrick, in studio.
Thank
Good
you.
morning.
Oh, yes. It's over.
You're
Yes,
alive.
yes.
You're here.
Late starts, but for me,
Early
for
finishes.
Me, early finishes last night. That was good news.
Why
that
are
was
we
great.
yelling?
I don't know.
We're excited. We're keeping the energy up. I got
Yes.
4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Honestly, it was like not much less than usual, so that's all right. You were
Yeah.
saying, you were like, hey,
Yeah, you got a little
You showed
practice. Yeah.
It's different when you're at home, though, right? And you don't have a lot of sleep because you're at home. You can do what you want. You can relax.
yeah, but like at my home, I'm like going to drink beer and do just watch TV
Yeah.
and melt my brain. At least like last night I was all active doing
Yep.
stuff. You know, I had
Yeah.
one person say, you look like the most nervous person here. I was like, I kind of am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to call into our boss a bunch.
Yeah,
And
I know it
Yeah.
just makes me nervous talking to him. But that is always that should be a good employee-employer relationship. The employee should always be a little nervous.
sure, I was, I'm still discovering my my on-air chemistry with Jay Bunyard.
Yes.
Let's not talk over him next time or mess up anything on the board for him and this and that. I was just like, I was
Is that
like,
a black eye you have there?
I was like, I'll run the board for you. I'll just take that aspect out of it for you. And then he comes on and he's like, I'm Jay Bunyard reporting and we got Tyler Massey anchoring. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
let me turn my mic on. Yes. Yes, I am here.
That's right.
And
So you guys,
I don't have the election speak either.
Yeah.
yes.
I was like, yeah, dude won.
yeah, my homie over there.
Yeah. What's his name?
I had somebody asking if I was working last night and I was listening to you guys at this point. I was like, there's no way I would be working. I could not do what Tyler's doing right now.
Oh,
Like
talking? Ugh.
I was like, no, I don't know anything.
Well, it was most hands on deck last night. Yep, you and Jay Bunyard held down the fort here. We have the great Janice Smith down in Little River County.
Yeah, she did
She
good.
did fantastic.
You know, and it probably outside her realm a little bit. So, kudos to her for. I always love when somebody's willing to step up and do something they hadn't done before, right? And then me down there at the Sevier County Courthouse, which was just packed. That was really when I first got there. I got there super early just to get all set up and everything. It was a little light, and I was like, oh man, people maybe it's not as excited as I thought they were. Within 30 minutes, there was not a chair, not a place to sit down,
Yeah.
barely standing room in there. So.
Called community involvement, man.
Community
Shout out to
involvement.
Sevier County. Shout out to Arkansas in general, but Sevier County showing up, showing out.
Yeah.
Like election numbers, like you were saying, pre-COVID style.
Yes, yeah,
So that's
absolutely.
good news.
That is good, and we were talking this morning. The voter turnout in Sevier County was just under 50%, which honestly, the nationwide average for a midterm election is like 40.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
okay.
But there's a handful because we had a lot of local races. It used to be local officials had to run every 2 years, then they changed it to 4, and they just happened to do that in a midterm year.
Yeah.
So. Because normally, if I was running for a local office or something, I'd kind of want to catch it in a presidential year when you have like 60 to 70% voter turnout.
Right.
Makes it more exciting every 2 years, huh?
It does,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I heard the red wave in Arkansas. I would kind of say like the water just stayed red.
Yeah,
yeah. So no surprises there. I don't
Right,
think.
right.
But we got some upsets in Sevier County, Little River County too. But I don't want I'll save that for the news.
Yeah,
All
absolutely. Some close ones, man.
Some close
Ones
ones.
I wasn't expecting to be close. So congratulations to all the everybody who won and everybody who just ran.
Yeah.
That
It takes a lot of guts
Yeah.
to do that.
You know
My
what I didn't
philosophy-
hear this whole time too? A lot of dirt throwing. Go ahead.
Yeah,
sorry.
absolutely. No, I was my philosophy with politics is the worst thing that can happen is you win. Because then the work starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you go hunting for a deer. It's all fun till you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And then the work starts.
Yeah. And you didn't stop last night. You had some interesting things you had to report on as well, which again we'll get to. So,
Yeah.
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 Don't want to spoil nothing.
Don't want to spoil nothing.
And if I could, just a quick shout out for anybody that's listening. That's I need some election results right now. Kdqn.net, local news. We got all from Little River, Sevier County on there, as well as the 2 local state races as well.
Awesome. Yeah. Shout out. Good job there, Patrick.
Yeah.
You did a great job.
Can I have a raise?
What's that?
Can I have a raise?
Hey, that's above my pay grade.
Yeah.
I'm pulling for you.
But yeah, no, I was a little nervous because the only other election I've called on the radio is with you, Tyler.
Yeah.
Not too intimidated by you. You're my little brother.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, with the big man in the corner office, I've never worked for somebody that works harder than I do. You know, and he definitely does. And so that made it even more little nerve wracking.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he sounded nervous on the radio.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he sounded great.
Just normal stuttering mess. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Normal chaos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like Biden. It was like Biden. Oh, it was bad. But yeah, in between that, we're Kdqn police looking for a shooting suspect, a guy accused of shooting two people, and then another very terrible case that Sevier County authorities are investigating. We'll have some more information on that later today. But it was a full moon last night.
Yes, it was. And I got to say, when there is a murder suspect in Sevier County, I've lived at bigger places where there's one every other night,
Right.
You know, and I'm not too worried about it. But for some reason, like, I was like, keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
The fog outside last night, and like getting home, I was like, you know, maybe broke in or something like
Yeah. I Googled.
into my place.
Yeah,
Like,
of all
it's like
things,
this place
yeah.
kind of looks like it's dark. You know, the windows are covered up.
Why would he lock the doors?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I definitely Googled the address on the news report just to
Yeah.
see where it was because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, oh boy.
Yeah,
It was Bobby Lane. I'd never heard of it before.
Yeah.
I had to have somebody
I
explain. It's like behind a U-Haul place.
I
Yeah.
couldn't
It's like
even find it on
Yeah.
Google Maps.
It's
Yeah.
not like a 911 address. It's
Yeah.
like I could put a sign on my driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just be Massey Manor or something.
right,
Yeah.
right.
You can tell I've been thinking about that one. But
Nah, I got home. I was armed and ready. I got that one part of the vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like,
did you put the
man,
extension on it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Come on now,
Yeah.
with the brush at the end too. Get them.
That'll definitely annoy somebody.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
My first inkling that something was up is I got I got a text from my wife that says, "Hey, is that gun still there?" And I was like, "Well, no, it's put up." And she was
Yeah.
like, "Well, can you tell me where it is because there's a crazed murderer
Yeah.
about
Murderer, where?
Yeah.
When was this?
Yeah, and and then immediately after, and a huge shout out to Queen Police Department. They got and our prosecuting attorney Aaron Hunter. They got me the information like right away.
Yeah.
Instantly put it online, and shout out to all the folks who are helping share that and stuff. Last I saw, I haven't checked this morning, but it was like 800 shares and
Yeah.
stuff.
Ooh,
so,
boy.
that kind of that's the kind of thing Facebook's good at.
We got to think of some kind of clickbait for our Facebook
Yeah,
Live.
yeah, there you go.
Because if you share Facebook Live today, you'll get in the drawing for a really cool prize on Friday. So
Yes.
looks like we have a bunch of new people watching. I'm not sure if you knew or not, but like, share, comment. Great, cool prize going
cool.
on
Yeah,
this Friday.
We've
so.
definitely had a lot more shares this week already than
Nice.
we did last week.
Nice.
So,
Well, you pay everyone $5 to do it. It's generally that'll help a little bit. So. Oh yeah,
You're bribing for the
Whoops.
shares.
Shouldn't be talking about
Not
that.
cool.
Yeah,
You guys want to do the weather real quick? Get it out of the way. Huh?
I've been dying to do it.
All right, dying to do the weather. It's brought to you by Horatio State Bank.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests. Horatio State Bank. Strong, independent, and local. Member FDIC.
Number one country
All righty, folks. Today, areas of dense fog. Of course, I drove through it on the way here. It was super foggy last night. We are going to see some sun peeking out at some point today. A high near 81. Calm winds, about 5 miles per hour, coming from the south this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 59. Tomorrow, sunny, a high near 78. But tomorrow night does have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. It's like after midnight, though. So increasing clouds with a low around 51. Going into Veterans Day, a 20% chance of showers before noon. Partly sunny on Veterans Day, a high near 59. Cold snap right away. Friday night, partly cloudy, a low around 32. The high on Saturday, 51. The low on Saturday night, 26. Sunday, the high, 52, and on it goes. That is the trend, actually. So We're looking starting basically with the weekend, highs in the mid-50s and lows in the mid-30s, with Saturday night having a low of 26. So there you have it.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
Enjoy these last 2 days of spring.
for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. Right
Winter
into
is coming.
the winter. Yeah.
There's some predictions for next Tuesday, possibly snow.
No.
Oh.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Who? What? You for your predictions?
No.
You're hopeful, wishing.
No, Arkansas weather watchers. I just love them.
Those guys are crazy.
Yeah.
They are crazy. Yeah.
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 They pretty much say that every week.
Yeah.
They do.
There's snow next week.
Yeah.
Snow or
We-
Sharknado.
Yeah.
One of the two. And
Me and my husband and I, we decided that they are a little dramatic when it comes to,
Just a little.
reporting the weather. Yeah.
the weather, I know I've talked about this before, but that stupid weather app that comes pre-downloaded on all Android phones, talk about the most sensational thing ever.
Yeah.
I mean, every day I get some new notification like Kdqn volcano kills 100,000 people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there's so much wrong with that. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if we have that many people here. And I think I
Yeah.
would have noticed in the volcano,
Yeah.
by the way. Yeah, that's like the least problem
Yeah.
with that story.
You're like burning in the lava. You're like, what?
What?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that means I would have had to have died like 10,000 times
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that weather app for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've got
it's, it is what it is. And hey,
Gotta look at your phone. That's what it is.
yeah, that's right. That's right. And I will say it is handy. You get those like notifications from the weather service real quick. Like I think like the other night when we had the tornado over in Idabel and that whole tornado system was all over the region. I was getting like dings before National Weather Service was updating their website.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I'd
true.
get the ding 5 minutes later, it'd be on their website.
Let's stop thinking that any government websites are going to be updating quick.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to use them last night for election results. I got New York Post, like getting
I
this stuff
tell-
way
yeah.
quicker
Uh-huh.
than the government website. It's like no precincts in yet. Well, there's 4 on New York,
Yeah.
New York Post for Arkansas.
Yeah, I know. When the New York Post got banned from Twitter, they just so up their game. I don't know. Like everything from Kim Kardashian's latest
Yeah.
wardrobe malfunction,
yeah.
to the most serious and trustworthy political news.
Yeah.
They got it all.
They got it all. It's crazy.
I was listening to a podcast yesterday with a group of celebrities. It's called Smartless. It's really not that great, but they were talking to Joe Biden, and they were saying that
On the podcast?
on the podcast, yeah, it was pretty interesting.
What am I called? The radio show? Is this the radio show? Is this Fibber McGee and Molly?
You know what he said a lot
Where's
during
my
that
walker?
whole interview? He kept saying, I swear I'm telling the truth. No, I'm not lying. Just about the most random
This is real,
stories.
folks.
Yeah, he was talking about stories about
Wow.
his granddaughter. He's like, I'm not lying the whole time. And I
No
was like,
wonder-
why does he keep saying that?
There's nothing that'll make you feel like you're lying more
Exactly.
Yeah.
than to say that. Yeah.
You wanna act guilty? Tell everyone how not guilty. you
Yeah.
are.
Yes.
I swear.
But,
Did he go on to talk about like his favorite radio bit was Orson
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 Welles.
Welles
The War of the Worlds.
the War of the Worlds?
No. He talked mostly about his family and how and why he started running for president and back in the day there.
Yeah, Hunter, I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, he talked about that. Some of it was actually pretty endearing, but anyway, what I wanted to say though is that these guys were trying to convince him what we need to do before election days for like a week before. Every day you get an emergency alert on your phone that tells you to go out and vote. And they were really pushing it on him, like trying to tell him that it was a good idea. And he's like, we can't take advantage of an emergency alert system like
Yeah.
that. Like
Yeah.
people will be really upset.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
honestly, they do that. That just means like, oh, I can do it tomorrow then. And
Yeah.
then at like Tuesday hits, they get the alerts. Election day, I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoops.
yeah.
Like you should just know. What are you talking
Kind
about?
of should
Yeah.
just know. That's
I mean-
always every election year. You hear people like, well, in Australia they have mandatory voting. Like you have everyone 18 and up is
Yeah.
required to vote. Now there's certain exceptions,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to like ask the government not to vote. And I'm like, okay. I mean, it would be great to have more Americans vote in elections. Obviously, but mandatory. I mean. I
don't
kinda-
like that word here.
No, we don't. And I think I know you and I might be on the same page in this. I think I'm totally fine. You complain all you want, even if you didn't vote.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. Like
Yeah.
people vote by not voting.
Sometimes,
And sometimes all it does is just encourage the fools up there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why even bother?
Yeah.
Now vote local.
Yeah, vote local if
I'm
you
all
can.
down for that.
Yeah. I'm with you on that. And,
Yeah.
no big principled stances, of course, but, Mandatory voting. Not sure how I like the sounds of that.
Yeah.
No.
I don't like the sounds of it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
you
am I
should have
supposed
the
to-
right not to vote.
Yeah, and by the way, Australia probably has their voting day as a holiday.
Yeah,
you
they do.
know,
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
you know, it
But
doesn't
you-
really work here.
You ever been like 18 and someone tell you to do something and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, and then you just like do it terrible.
Whatever, old man.
Yeah. So, I mean, we do mandatory voting with as many Gen Zers.
That's
as
what
there
I
are.
was thinking.
Mickey Mouse will be the next
Yeah,
president.
Yeah,
okay.
that could really screw up some elections if you're forcing people to vote.
We'll have to remove the write-in.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Oh my gosh!
Yikes.
So what's Joe Biden doing, calling into some like millennial podcast?
I
That these
don't
guys trying to
know.
like that should be illegal. They could convince him. Joe Biden is the exact type to respond to a Nigerian prince asking
he
for
is.
for a $10,000 so he could get his $5 million.
Yeah,
you know?
He, like got his social security number during
Yeah.
the.
Yeah.
during the interview.
Who is this? You called us.
But to be fair, they actually met in person and did the podcast, and I'm thinking there's a reason for that because, like, if they do a video chat, then it's possible that they could be hacked in some way, right? So they did it in person. I think that might be a reason why.
Oh, one of my favorite stories. One of my favorite stories in podcasting history is WTF with Mark Maron. He had Obama on.
Yeah.
And
In his garage, right?
in his garage. That's where he does
Great
his
interview.
podcast. Great interview, but my favorite part is the next podcast he tells the story of like what it's like to have the president like knock
most
on your door.
powerful
Yeah.
man in the world.
Yeah, just be like, hey, like he's about to borrow a cup of sugar. He had snipers posted up on neighbors' houses. The whole place was being circled by surveillance and everything, all local. And he's like, his tiny house, his little, LA home has got, is just full of, you got Secret Service in the cupboards and pantries and
Oh, yeah.
pop out of the freezer
In the
if you want to be
dryer.
in the dryer. Yeah.
When you're like cleaning because you're having like somebody over, but now it's the president coming by. That would be really stressful.
better
And
straighten up.
yeah, you could tell but Mark Maron had such a good time
Oh, yeah.
Love
with that
him.
interview. I feel like it's been a while since I listened to it, but he's kind of like a little nervous, like, well,
Sure.
good to have you here. And then but
Yeah.
then they just went rolling, and it was really, really good.
It
Yeah.
was.
Well, and just like in the guy's garage.
Yeah.
too.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
highly recommend either the interview or listening to his experiences.
Yeah,
Equally
I'll
as
definitely
cool.
listen to both. Yeah.
Yep. So there you have it. So having Joe Biden, although podcasts are different now. I mean, they're everywhere. That was
Yeah.
a new thing.
Yeah.
that whole
Yeah.
thing. So
Yeah.
yeah.
In the Wild
Yeah,
West
it
of
was,
podcasts.
Yeah.
It was, like I said, Smartless. It's with Jason Bateman, Sean Hayes, and Will Arnett because they've all been friends for like 2 decades or
Oh,
so.
that's at least 2 of the 3 alum of Arrested Development.
Exactly.
right?
Yeah. I enjoy most of it.
Who's the other guy? What was
Sean Hayes. He's from Will and Grace.
it? Oh, okay. Yeah.
He also does a lot of Broadway acting.
Right.
Yes.
So you think it was pretty good? I mean, were they respectful or
They
were
were really
goofy,
respectful,
farting
but
on each
there was
other,
a
or-
lot of goofy
Yeah.
elements to it, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
Because it was just nice to, and this could go for anybody, any kind of president or a political figure.
Yeah.
You sit down with some goofy people and you're having fun. It humanizes you a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That's why I like,
Like when Ted Cruz got that beer can thrown at him the other day, I felt sorry for him. It's definitely a humanizing incident.
Yeah.
for him.
It doesn't matter like the political leanings or any of that. It's
No.
when you can see a president or a real high office guy kind of sit down and just like shed that stuff and
Yeah.
just kind of be a dude.
Relax.
Yeah. Or like watching Trump go into the wrestling ring.
Yes.
It was like and we already knew him. We already saw
Yes.
all of that side before he had to
Absolutely.
sit down, or
I'll say-
before he became president.
Who was it for the Super Bowl winners and during one of his year? I believe maybe that's what it's for. But he was going to feed them at the White House, and he got the McDonald's, and it was.
Oh, yeah,
do you remember
yeah.
that the picture was just stacks of chicken nuggets and
Yeah.
French fries and Big Macs and stuff, and Trump was like pictured behind it,
Yeah.
and he was just like, "Come and get it, boys."
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah,
picture.
me
It's
too.
one of my favorite pictures. He looks so welcoming.
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Come on, let's have."
Yeah,
some.
yeah.
I mean. What is more like friendly and sit down and have a good time than some McDonald's.
For
You know,
sure.
I see the commercials. Everybody's beautiful and looking like they have a good time in those commercials.
Yeah.
Not
really,
worrying about where your forks are and what
Yeah.
fork to use.
Yeah.
really diverse commercials too.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you think you're going to dinner for the White House? It's probably what are they gonna have, like beef Wellingtons and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
And risotto?
How many
come
forks
on,
are
man.
you going to have to?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, to use. Oh, you're using the wrong food.
Football
Yeah.
players, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
but sit
dude.
down with the powerful man
Should
in the
value
known
meal.
universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have a Big Mac with them. All right, that's what I'm
Right.
talking about.
That's
Cold
all right.
fries.
Yeah,
yeah. They probably were cold.
Maybe they brought
Yeah.
in like the presidential heat lamp.
Yeah.
You know, the Apaches or whatever. Those big helicopters come and drop it down.
Yeah.
Come on now. How many presidents are from the South? You know the Oval Office has got a deep fryer in it.
Oh yeah,
Has to.
Got
that's
to.
for sure.
You press
Yeah.
a button next to the nuclear button.
Yeah,
the red
yeah.
button is the other is like a real greasy button.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you press that one and
Yeah. He does. He
Fryer comes
does.
up.
There is a button on the desk that all he has to do is press it, and he can just get whatever he wants. Of course,
Yeah,
though, he's a
yeah.
president. You know.
Yeah.
Because
But what is? I mean, is it just like just rings up his assistant?
I guess so.
right.
I
Yeah,
somebody-
just saw a video yesterday of somebody saying like, "Could you get an ice cream right now?" And he
Yeah.
just presses the button. Joe Biden does.
George Bush Jr. called that his "Get me a taco" button.
Yeah, give me a taco.
Oh, I miss George Bush. He's so cute. Well,
Yeah.
I like him now. You know.
Of course,
That's the
of course.
Fun, goofy artist he is.
It's a different
Yeah.
time in politics.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Simple
simple,
Yeah.
Yeah.
boring. I mean, a little boring.
Yeah, man, politics was great when it was boring, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't get as much fatigue, honestly. Like even with this election, again on the local side, obviously that didn't bug me at all. It's just the constant of everything going on nationally and stuff. And this is just really the appetizer.
Yes.
You know, we are just starting the meal now. Now is the time where we're going to see how many candidates, you know. And if Trump doesn't run, oh my gosh. Every time there's going to be like a new person who needs to get the nomination, you see 40 of them.
Yeah. Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
and there's probably going to be plenty of
Everybody and
Democrats.
their grandma.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
ran last time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plenty of Democrats who might try and run against Joe Biden as well. Now, that obviously never works out as well. Usually the incumbent, right, will win
Yeah.
that. But, yeah, if President Trump decides not to run,
Yeah.
holy cow.
Oh, it's going to be wild.
it's going to
Yeah.
be
So we
you
don't
know.
really know yet, then, do we? But
He's teased it, you know.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, you know, we'll see.
yeah.
It's still so early. Like, I don't even want to think about 2024 right now.
I
You
know.
know,
Yeah.
just get done with one election. But that is so. You talk about like the news is the media is so greedy for this political news and to help drive this divide. I feel like that they're just like, yeah. Now we got this one over.
Yeah.
And they love this. The politicos, the journalos, the ones that are covering these elections. The fact that there's so many undecided right now. And
Yeah.
it could be like they're like this Georgia Senate race. They're like, oh, it might be a December runoff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just get it over
Yeah.
with, man.
Yeah.
Don't be excited about that. Let's just move on.
I
You
know
know,
it.
There's a lot more else going on in this country.
Yeah.
You know,
For sure.
I feel like it's going to be quiet for a little while, and then by next summer, that's when it's really going to
Yes,
amp up.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's about right. You know, and yeah, we got an eclipse to worry about. We got
Oh,
right,
oh
yeah.
yeah, 2024, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. November or not November, April. Yeah. April 8 or 9th. I have to look again. Yeah.
Holy
yeah.
smokes, that's like that's coming up.
Yeah,
Year-
the path of
year and a-
totality.
year and
whoa,
some change.
couple blinks of the eye, and
Yeah,
we're there.
yeah,
Let's start going to the meetings.
Man, I was so excited for that blood moon yesterday. And it's
Yeah.
too foggy.
It was a little fun. I saw it peek through a time or two.
Yeah?
You know, I could have used it last night because I had no cell phone service inside the county courthouse. You know, those older buildings, you just lead roofs or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't get service in there. But then, so I was outside trying to read the election results. They print it in type. That's just the standard practice. It's like 8-point font or something, you know,
Yeah.
like smaller than a phone book.
Yeah.
Writing and trying to read those results in the darkness. I was like, come on, moon. Come
Yeah.
on. I need some light here.
Oh, I felt bad for you on that. Yeah, and the fog has been it's been like American Werewolf in London. Like I
Yeah.
take 2 steps out the station, I'm all of a sudden like on the moors in Wales.
Yeah.
Like,
You were supposed to stay on the road.
I know. I couldn't see it.
That Manfred Mann song constantly going.
Yeah, which one is that?
Ooh, Werewolves of London.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. That's a good one, though.
Yeah, it is.
That's a good one.
I
gotta watch
I don't
that.
think it's Manfred Mann or whatever.
Manfred Mann's Earth Band.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Or
Those
is it
howls.
the average straight white band or whatever it's called? Average white band. Why did I add straight in there? They weren't worried about
What,
that.
Blink
That
182? Or, yeah.
Oh man, I was thinking about that. Thinking about the Blink 182's going back on tour, and
Yeah.
they've probably got a bunch of opening acts that are also sad. And
Yep.
we are past that alternative pop punk. You know, it was
Yeah.
the same thing every time. It was, I woke up for work this morning.
Hello
and
there.
I didn't like it.
Oh,
it was the
gosh,
same
yeah.
every
Careful.
time. Yeah,
Just kidding.
I know.
I
know.
love Blink 182, but I was looking at the Dallas tickets. It was like $687 a ticket. That wasn't even floor either. There's no way.
Well,
was
we're
no
all
way.
we're all career workors now, so we
Yeah.
should be able to afford
No.
it.
Absolutely.
No.
Got like mortgages,
Yeah,
car
yeah.
payments. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was Warren Zevon. Yeah.
How
did that? How did I not
All
remember
right.
that? It just rolls right off the tongue. In case I'm sure a correction or two from on Facebook Live
Yeah, yeah.
there. But I was getting made fun of the other day for liking Sugar Ray. Now. I'm not like his biggest fan
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
I just I like because it was the same era as Blink 182, kind of, All American Rejects and a
Yeah.
lot of that just like whiny, I'm just gonna not do anything kind of music.
My
Sugar Ray,
parents don't understand me.
yeah, absolutely.
Nobody likes you when you're 23.
Oh my goodness. Well, Sugar Ray was always singing like happy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy your life.
You're a Sugar Ray fan. Like,
Hey.
yeah, I'm on his mailing list.
Smash Mouth. Smash Mouth.
Mouth,
Was very
yeah.
positive.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Smack
true.
Mouth.
Uncle Cracker.
Oh,
What? I love
dang!
I can't believe
that
you went
really
there.
popular song he did.
Is he canceled or something? Or
No
what?
way.
Okay, did he do
I
something
think
I
he's
don't know?
still
about?
making music, right? He's like a country artist, is he
Yeah.
not?
Was he always? I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
should definitely wash your mouth out. After
All right,
saying
all
that.
right. I got to go do that now. In fact, we are way late. We should probably get into it. We got plenty of things we got to do on the technical side, folks.
flip
okay,
side, huh?
on the flip side. So we got your AgVantage report, your J&J livestock sale report, and we will be back in just a little bit. We got genuine RV power trivia coming up as well. News at 7:00. So stay tuned, folks. Stick with us on Facebook Live. Like, share, comment, and you will be entered into the drawing to win a great prize on Friday. We'll be back with the Brew Crew.
Harris Drug and Gifts in downtown Kdqn is your fragrance headquarters this holiday season. For the ladies, Pink Sugar, Euphoria, Light Blue, Cool Water, Versace, and much more. And for the men, Hugo Boss, Obsession, Paul Sebastian, Polo Double Black, Dracar Noir, and many other favorites. Harris Drug has a good selection of infant clothes and accessories for boys and girls too. And don't forget the popular Razorback Corner. Happy holidays from Harris Drug, downtown Kdqn.
Good morning. I'm Scotty Woodson from the EAB Ag Network with your EAB Early Morning Market Update. Let's recap the markets and how they closed yesterday. December corn at 6.84 even, up 5 3/4, with March corn at 6.90, up 5 1/2. November soybeans at 13.91 1/2, up 19, with January soybeans at 14 even, up 17 1/4. December wheat at 8.49 1/4, up 8, with March wheat at 8.68, up 8 1/2. December cotton at 77.40, down 89. March cotton at 77.26, down 71. November rice at 16.45, down 3 1/2 cents. January rice at 16.81, down 2 1/2. Moving on to livestock now. October live cattle 149.77 1/2, up 42 1/2. With December live cattle 151.67 1/2, up 32 1/2. October feeder cattle 175.57 1/2, up 35. November feeder cattle 177.55, down 52 1/2. December lane hogs 87.02 1/2, down 35. With February hogs at 89.10, up 10. That's your EAB Early Morning Market Update. And I'm Scotty Woodson. Have a great day.
Because the challenges you face are getting bigger every year, BASF is committed to helping with more than boots on the ground. We're committed to boots in the mud, boots on the steps of your truck, your tractor, your combine, the linoleum tiles of your coffee shop, the concrete of your co-op, the gravel in your shed. So we can listen, learn firsthand, help right now to ensure success. BASF, helping you do the biggest job on earth.
Seed Innovation Protection Alliance Seed Company members invest 15% of sales into new seed innovations for your cereal acres. Check the bag for certified seed or single-use agreement restrictions so you don't step over the line. Or talk to your seed dealer. Plant breeders develop better, stronger genetics for your farm. So let's reinvest together to improve yields and quality. Without your patronage and trust, seed companies wouldn't be able to continually develop new genetics, traits, seed treatments, and other innovations to meet your needs.
At the sale on Saturday, November 5th at J&J Livestock Auction Company in Texarkana, there were 1,155 head of cattle on the yard. Number 1 steers under 300 pounds sold from $180 to a high of $210. 3 to 4 weight steers ranged from $175 to $186. 4 to 5 weight steers brought $165 to $175. 5 to 6 weight steers sold from $150 to $168. 6 to 7 weight steers ranged from $145 to $154. 7 to 8 weight steers brought $138 to $150, and over 800 pound steers sold from $130 to $148. Number 1 heifers under 300 pounds ranged from $155 to $180. 3 to 4 weight heifers brought $145 to $170. 4 to 5 weight heifers sold from $140 to $165. 5 to 6 weight heifers ranged from $135 to $150. 6 to 7 weight heifers brought $130 to $144. 7 to 8 weight heifers sold from $125 to $138, and over 800 pound heifers ranged from $115 to $130. Packer cows brought $25 to $68. Packer bulls sold from $65 to $90. Stocker cows ranged from $700 to $12.75. Cow-calf pairs brought $800 to $13.50. Replacement heifers, $450 to $600 pounds, sold from $135 to $155. And bottled calves range from $75 to $185. And that's the report from the sale Saturday, November 5th at J&J Livestock Auction Company in Texarkana. For AgVantage, I'm Jay Bunyard reporting.
Hey guys, Brandon McGill here with James Hodge Dodge in Broken Bow. There's never been a better time than now to get a new Ram truck. With just 2.9% APR on the all-new Ram 1500 Lone Star, you can afford a 5.7-liter Hemi with 395 horsepower and over 12,000 pounds of towing, with no payments for 90 days and over $4,000 in rebates. Now that's a sweet deal. Visit James Hodge Dodge on South Park Drive in Broken Bow or online at jameshodgedodge.com.
Banking locally does a lot for your community. Diamond Bank is a family-owned community bank that makes all of our decisions locally. With Diamond Bank's new rewards checking accounts, we pay you to bank with us. Earn a high interest rate or get cash back every month. Stop by one of our 15 convenient locations today and discover the Diamond Bank difference, or visit us online at www.diamond.bank. Diamond Bank, 1710 South Constitution in Ashdown. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hilltop Hardware and Lumber, voted Industry of the Year, invites you to come by and stock up on some cool hunting gear while the sales are hot. Ameristep 2-person steel ground blinds are on sale now for just $69.99. Need extra space? Get an Ameristep Caretaker kickout blind for just $89.99. And don't forget to stock up on hunting snacks for you and your deer with a wide assortment of Jack Link's jerky and Dots pretzels and buck liquors and deer feed. Don't forget to check out our large selection of muck boots and space heaters. That's Hilltop Hardware and Lumber in Idabel and Ho Chi Town.
That's right. We are back live with Kdqn 92.1. Shout out to everybody on Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us. Comment on what you think on whatever. Marcus Simpson says, Mina is extremely foggy and we need localized political adult classes. That'd be a good one. I don't know how much politics they teach in schools nowadays. It was an elective at Canadian High School, which is where I was at, and learned a lot of useless information considering I don't live there anymore. Canadian politics, a little bit different, maybe a little bit more, classically European style, that type of thing. It's more you elect the person who's going to vote for you, that type of thing. Yeah. But it was a good class, Of course, it was elective, so it was. It's not like a whole lot of kids went in it, but if you wanted to learn, you could. Is that in American high schools? I don't know nothing.
I didn't have that in our high school.
No politics class.
Well, we had to
at least learn how the government works a little
in
bit.
our history class. We did. I think we dedicated like one whole semester to the government and the branches and voting and stuff like that. We had an amazing history teacher.
Oh wow!
But and he held me to very high standards because he taught Patrick. Yeah, so
I stunk in high school. I was really bad, but at the same time, I passed everything because I just didn't do homework. That was my thing. And kids, if you're listening out there, do your homework. All right,
Please.
don't end up like me.
Yeah.
But I didn't do homework. I just pretty much refused to. But the flip side was I participated a lot in class. And like tests, I did pretty good, and this and that. And it got to the point where a lot of my teachers came to me nearing the end of the semester being like, hey, all right, I legally can't pass you unless you just get me in a couple key things, like, homework wise. And that's not to say projects as well. I loved doing the projects.
Yes.
I would spend all night at home doing a project, but the normal homework and stuff, I don't know how to, what was wrong with me. I just didn't want to do it,
Yeah.
And
some kids learn differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have that kind of approach, I guess, back then.
No, not really.
Well, maybe it was the startings of it, because again, Mr. Howdle, I had him for 3 years. He was my history, world issues, politics teacher, and I was very involved in all of those. And again, like participation out the wazoo, like every class, he knew he can count on me for like asking questions or, this and that. The debate, I was in debate as well, and that, did really well in that, but it's just not civics class. Gloria Bennett says that's what it is here. Yeah. Civics class. And that's an elective. Yeah. So maybe, so you have it, somehow incentivize kids to want to just learn a little bit about that.
Absolutely.
I don't know how full the civics classes are if it's an elective. So there you have it. Did you did all right in high school? Yeah,
I did. I mean, my first 2 years, I really just was not interested at all. And then by my junior and senior year, that's when I got most improved student out of my whole graduating class.
Yeah.
Because,
Nice.
I wanted to go to college and I wanted to do things, and I was also very competitive and was dating a very smart person.
Ah,
So
wow.
I was like, I got to do better than you.
gotta step up.
I got to step up.
There was one interesting, I was watching a show yesterday that I haven't watched in a very long time, and there was a part in the show that made me really think, considering, I'm older now, know a lot of people with kids. We get teachers and kids in here and this and that. And we're always trying to improve the schools and this and that, which is great. Obviously, that's what you have to do. But in the show, it's a comedy show. He goes to his first PTA meeting, and it's just a bunch of parents, and then the principal or whatever, and they're talking about what to do for the schools, and all the parents are like, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to fix this and fix that and this and that, and he's just kind of standing there, and then at one point he's like, well, don't school sucks.
Yeah.
And everybody's looking at him like, what are you talking? He's like, remember, school sucks. Do you remember that? Like, isn't it just school kind of sucks sometimes? And they were like, they rejected that theory completely. Does that like leave your mind? Like when you now maybe it's when you become a parent, then you get obviously super concerned about your kids learning and this and that. But there's no doubt in my mind, at one point you were like, school sucks.
Everybody had to think it at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Me too. I don't know if I'm offending anybody. I'm not saying
No,
school
I
sucks.
don't.
I just remember saying that myself.
Yeah, we're kids, we're teenagers, we have all these crazy hormones.
Yeah.
We're at school 8 hours a day,
Yeah.
5 days a week.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
wonder, should we not take that into consideration a little bit sometimes when we're thinking about like improving schools, We do also like, okay, less about, like hammering down on things, maybe make it a little more this or that, or, trying to alleviate that school sucks thing.
Yes, and I think a lot of things have changed since, say, you and I have been in high school, and Patrick.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I think there's a lot more focus on not so much like pounding in the homework and stuff like that, but more, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I know exactly what you're talking about. Marcus Simpson says you have to want to learn more about it, and that's it. Who wants to learn about politics? Totally.
Yeah.
And then he also said I would take the class just cause, and I think that was a large part of the world issues and politics classes I was in, but Mr. Howdle was so good, and he was such a good teacher. you would go in just cause, and you'd come out being like, I can't wait to have him next year.
Absolutely.
You know, that was a ton of fun.
I'll tell you what, I had a teacher, my English teacher, for 2 years. I mean, he was just kind of like a second dad to me, and he was the one that really motivated me to do better.
Yeah.
And he would let me eat food in class, which was really nice. But I mean, people like that can really change your life, you know,
Yeah.
especially for a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dale Massey, our father, who is
Oh,
watching.
yes.
Hey, hello, father. I think we're going to be seeing him soon.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's exciting. He said, I think all your years, all three of you, you did great. Patrick nailed high school, right? He really sunk his teeth in, at least, you know, for those last couple years.
The last couple of years, probably.
Yeah. You did good, and I did good enough. Obviously, I passed. Listen, all right, pretty much anybody can float through Canadian high
Yes,
school. I am not
absolutely.
like, it is so much different. Y'all don't even know
Yeah.
how much I did not learn, and how much nobody cared.
Yeah.
it's just different.
It's way different.
Yeah,
up
you
there.
did both.
I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and which one was more stringent in learning? You know,
down
like,
here.
down here for sure.
In North Dakota, but
Right.
like, yeah, up in Canada at that particular high school, it really felt like you were just a number among hundreds. You know, I mean, it wasn't that big of a school, but it was.
It was.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comparatively
Yeah,
around
and-
here, you know, how many
Yeah.
people did you graduate with?
260, I think.
Oh, that was in North Dakota.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
big high school.
Yeah. I graduated with like 600.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I guess I forgot how big it is.
Yeah. It was a ton of kids. And, you know, maybe not. I would say right around
Yeah.
there. Yeah. And, again, I only ever failed one class. I did fail it. F, you failed this class. It was pre-calculus.
Yeah.
But numbers and math, I saw it. I was like, it's an elective. I have to pick one of the maths. Let's go ahead and try and go for the harder one. And that one I did really try. I probably didn't do as much homework as I should have, but I actually passed the exam, which would be a pass in Canada, not down here. I passed with like a 53
Yeah.
or something, but I still failed the class. I tried to apply myself, and I'm really bad at math.
Yeah.
So then the next semester I had like basically one extra class. So I took consumer math, is what they
Yes.
called it, and nailed that one. I really liked consumer consumer math. Dale Massey says, not French. No, I did not. French became an elective in 10th grade.
It did. And just for everybody listening out there, if you know you're born in Canada and you start off right in the school system, you're learning French
Yeah.
from day one
Yeah.
until 10th grade, where you can pick or choose. And so Patrick has a story where, you know, he was reprimanded by his French teacher a lot. But the thing is that was probably his like first or second year
Yeah.
taking French.
Yeah.
Whereas everybody else grew up speaking it.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't want to learn French.
No, I
You
didn't
know,
either.
I did not. I was not interested at all, like in learning French. I mean,
Yeah, I would rather learn Spanish.
yeah, and if you learn one, it's easier to learn the other. I understand all that, you
Yeah.
know, but yeah, I was not in the let's get crazy about French class. So
Yeah, I think I took 2 classes, and my last one was in 8th grade. Somehow I got my way out of it
Yeah.
in 9th. But I had to do a whole 30 minutes of baking something, and I had to give the instructions in French out loud to
Oh.
a class. That was really fun.
that's cool.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, is that learning language in a high school class is not kind of what you think it's going to be like. It's not like you're meant to get up there and speak it. It was just like, again, things on a paper, like just writing in French and
Yeah.
not really speaking it. And like nobody knew how to pronounce this one thing. And yeah. And then there was other kids who obviously were 100% fluent in it and they were
Yes.
still taking it, you know, it didn't make a whole lot of sense. Anyway, we're way late. We should probably get into it. It's time for Genuine RV Power Trivia. We'll be right back.
The new Lotto game from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is creating new traditions for our players, like Mike from Bentonville.
33? Okay, got it. 34. Nope. What about 35? Okay, that's all 6 numbers. Who's a good boy?
Your numbers, your game. Play Lotto every Wednesday and Saturday for your chance to match 6 and get rich. Only $2 per play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Now's the time to get the Kubota Z200 mower. It's built to cut quickly and like a pro, so you can get the zero-turn agility and effortless precision you need to turn your lawn into a work of art. Right now, get the Kubota Z200 mower for 0 down, 0% APR for 24 months. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Visit Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Idabel or Kdqn, Arkansas today.
Looking for a bank that cares about you and your community? First State Bank is your community bank. We're involved in our community because that's important to us. That's what local businesses do, and we're a local business too. Visit us to see how you can join the First State Bank family today. You'll even get a free gift if you join, because that's local banking done right. Terms and conditions apply. First State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. Bill out $1 million bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you.
That's right. Back with a little genuine RV power trivia. Genuine RV and power sports in Idabel, Oklahoma. Go to genuinerv.com today.
Power.
We're here. It's the numbers to call: 642-2190, 642-3637, and 898-3624. Jennifer is going to read you a question. You're going to call those numbers. If you get it correct or somebody saves your life, you're going to win yourself breakfast and a car wash token. Let's get it, dude.
Let's do it. Okay. You'll probably find this item in most households, and at its largest, it can hold 8 gallons. What is it?
8 gallons, not enough to be splashing around in it.
No. It ain't much water to heat.
It ain't much water to heat, that's for sure. Tough one. All right, I like it. 642-2190.
You'll probably find this item in most households, and at its largest, it can hold 8 gallons. What is it? That's
I know
almost
the
30
answer.
liters. Oh, no way.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I say that every day. I never do.
Feel free. Hey,
Yeah.
we get it on the first try. We're late anyway. So.
Yes.
All right, straight to the phone lines right away. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Well, I'll go ahead and get it started and say hot water heater.
Hot water heater.
Ooh, not a hot water heater.
I'm going to go with a like a washing machine.
Not a washing machine.
No.
Great answer.
Coffee pot.
Not a coffee pot. Great answer.
Coffee pot. That was a
That's
good
really good.
answer.
I would love one that does 8
know.
gallons of coffee. Yeah. Because the 12 cups or whatever that mine does, it's not enough.
Oh, and then it feeds to your tap.
So you have a third lever there?
Yeah,
just get rid of that pot water
just get
altogether.
rid of it.
Just have coffee come out.
Yeah. To the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
A sink.
A sink.
Oh, great answer. Not a sink.
I'm going to go with a bucket.
Not a bucket.
All right.
They don't make 8-gallon buckets, sir.
Is it a bucket at that point? That's a tub.
Yeah, true. Is it a ice cream maker?
Not an ice cream maker. Great
who has
answer.
that? That's dumb. Yeah.
It doesn't hold water, I'll tell you that. I know the question is worded a little odd.
Tell you that.
But it's not water. Doesn't hold
I think
water.
I was going to say toilet next.
Yeah.
No.
Like a big toilet.
All right, you'll probably find this item in most households, and at its largest, it can hold 8 gallons of liquid. What is it?
All right.
Okay.
Going to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Trash can.
Not a trash can. Great answer.
Trash. 8 gallons of trash juice in there.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm blanking. I got nothing. Patrick.
Is it?
Yeah.
God,
Well, dude, we're failing
You
you.
got
I'm
me.
sorry, miss.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You threw me off with the water. I'm
gosh.
trying to think of what.
Yeah.
Where do I keep my hydrochloric acid?
It's a product that you buy.
Okay.
That you what?
That you buy. Sorry, I didn't enunciate
It's not given
there.
to you, or
It can be given to you.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a
Okay.
very popular gift.
Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Well, I was going to say freezer, but then Jen said it was a very popular gift, and I don't remember the last time I gave somebody.
Oh, that'd be a great
When's the
gift.
last time you got one?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go with a foot bath.
Not a foot bath.
Yeah.
Is it an acid tub?
It's not an acid tub.
Marcus says gasoline can.
Not a gasoline can.
dang
I'm really
it.
stumping you, and I think
Yeah.
it's my fault with the way it's worded.
No,
but
it's all right.
Little
Yeah.
Australian gasoline.
Yeah,
Right.
gasoline. Yeah.
You'll probably find this item in most households, and at its largest, it can hold 8 gallons.
You said that already. Give us another hint.
What?
No. We got a caller. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Crock pot?
Not a crock pot. Great answer.
You're the smartest person ever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with ice maker.
Not an ice maker.
Like a cooking pot.
Not a
yeah.
cooking pot. It's not a pot.
Oh, Donna Canatzer says oven.
Not an oven. You buy
oven.
it already with the stuff inside of it. It's a popular gift for dinner parties.
8 gallons. Oh, no.
Yeah, I think I got it. Let's
go to the phone lines. It's a good question. Don't feel
Okay.
bad. It's a great question. Let's go to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
A tea jug.
Ooh.
Not a tea jug, but you're getting closer because it is something you drink.
Box of wine.
Not a
Can't
box.
do
A
it.
soda jug.
Not a soda
An
jug.
8-gallon.
Tyler is the closest so far.
I can't give it to you, man. I can't
Call
give it
back.
to you. Go to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live on Genuine RV Power Trivia.
Turkey fryer.
Turkey fryer.
No, not a turkey fryer.
Jug of wine? Bottle of
Bottle
wine.
of wine is the correct
Hey.
answer.
8-gallon
8
bottle?
gallons is the largest one you can buy.
Oh.
Just buy it in
Holy cow.
55-gallon drums at that point, I guess.
Who do we have on the phone?
A winner.
Hello, are you still with us?
Yeah.
Hey, who do we have on the phone? You won.
Rick Clark.
Rick Clark, man. Yeah, I guess I saved your life on that one. It was bottle of wine, which is a big old bottle of wine. But thanks for playing, man. You can pick up your winnings anytime after 7:10.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome. Rick Clark.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well done, man.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yes.
That guy wins at everything. Hey, that's Rick
Yeah.
Clark. He wins everything. he
Yeah,
does. Yeah.
no kidding.
I don't know how to pronounce the name. Melchizedek. I don't know. It's the king of all wine bottles, holding a fantastic 30 liters of wine in it.
That's
What's
gotta
that in
be-
English or in American? That's
It's not. It's something.
that's like 8 gallons in, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you do math. All right, we use the
33 liters.
freedom system. All right, freedom
There it
units. How many
Yeah,
freedom
did you forget
units?
who
is
won
it?
World War II?
That's a big bottle of
That
wine.
is a big bottle of wine.
It's a man.
Yeah, that's a man size.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a man-sized bottle of wine. Does he
job,
win Dale says, does he win an 8-gallon bottle of wine? Wish I could give it to
Oh,
you.
that'd be great.
You know, 8 gallons of like that $2 wine. I bet we could swing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
Get a bunch of
I
different
don't know the
flavors,
difference.
mix them
Mix
together.
them.
Yeah.
They all get corked in there, though. Yeah.
That only happens with the good stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I've tried to cork my wine, but I've tried. It doesn't work.
Another little factoid for you: and a normal bottle of wine holds about 2.5 pounds of grapes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's about how much juice is in it.
No wonder I'm always full on Friday nights.
Yeah.
I
I've always heard the
I've
best
gone to wine.
best vineyards are always on a hill.
Yeah.
You don't want them Sour Valley
Yeah.
grapes. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they get the most sun for the right amount of time.
Yeah.
And then the other part of the day, they just get that normal amount of sun.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
right.
On the
Yeah.
hills of Italy. You know, we could probably grow. There's got to be a vineyard around here.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, in Arkansas, there's
Yeah.
actually there's a bunch. It's kind of a thriving
I bet.
new industry for the state. You know,
Yeah.
well, I guess it's been around for a while, but it really has caught a lot of attention.
Yeah.
You want to and interesting little. You ever have a chance and you want to learn a little more about wine testing? Is the cask of Amontillado that I believe is the Edward Allen Poe.
Edgar Allan?
Edgar
Yeah,
Allan
yeah.
Poe
Yeah.
story. Very interesting.
Oh, yeah,
Lots of
dude.
murder. Great Halloween tale if you still need a little Halloween in here.
The Cask of Amontillado.
Yes.
Yes, with, you know.
The movie with Vincent Price?
Oh,
or it's like
so
a short
good.
30
It's like a
minutes
short,
or something. Yeah,
It's
very,
great.
very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, creepy.
What was his name in it?
Montresor. Oh,
Montresor, and then Futurno or
Futurnado.
Futurnado.
Yeah, or Fortunato. That's
Fortunato.
it,
Yeah, whatever. Awesome. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. And also a great song by the Alan Parsons Project from the 70s.
Okay.
Cask of Amontillado.
Oh, my.
It's really bad. Same with all the 70s prog rock. We got to get into the news.
Yes, we do.
We'll be right back.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is Kdqn, Kdqn, Ashdown, Dirks. Local news this hour is presented by Shelter Insurance Agents Joey Bailey in Ashdown, Jeff Woods in Kdqn, and Todd Moore in Dirks, and by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey. We do have a stacked news hour this morning. First, a story of the news hour. Authorities are continuing their search this morning for a Kdqn man suspected of shooting two men Tuesday night, one of whom has since passed away from his injuries. According to the Kdqn Police Department, 66-year-old Armando Arce of Kdqn is sought in connection with the two shootings that occurred around 6 o'clock Tuesday night. Officers were dispatched to 223 Bobby Lane on the north side of Kdqn in reference to a double shooting. Upon arrival, officers found two men suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Both men transported for emergency medical treatment. Now, authorities stated one of the victims died en route to the hospital. Arce developed as a suspect in the case and is currently being sought by law enforcement agencies. Officials with the Kdqn Police Department say Arce is considered armed and dangerous and should not be approached. Anyone who sees Arce or knows of his whereabouts is asked to call 911 immediately. A photo of Arce has been posted on our website, kdqn.net, as well as our Facebook page. Now, obviously, some big news from last night. Election results, they are in for Sevier County, with voters deciding two countywide races and casting their ballots in favor of two upsets on the Sevier County Quorum Court. Now, a total of 3,695 Sevier County voters cast their ballot for a voter turnout of 49%. Sevier County races decided last night include Sevier County Sheriff Robert Gentry, who was reelected to a third term with just under 53% of the vote to 46% for challenger Johnny Cook. We actually have an interview with Robert Gentry. We caught up with him. We'll play that our 8 o'clock hour. We have a few interviews with winning candidates. We'll get to some of those a little bit later during the news hour. Now, also in the election from last night to determine who would replace retiring Sevier County Clerk Debbie Aiken, Renee Bailey won with 65% of the vote against 31% for fellow candidate Jeff Walls. Michael Barnes wins the three-way race for District 1 seat on the Sevier County Quorum Court with 52% of the vote, replacing incumbent Earl Batiste and defeating fellow challenger Veronica Ozura. In another upset, Callie Miller won the District 4 seat on the Sevier County Quorum Court with 69% of the vote to 28% for incumbent David Wright. Troy Cravens, the incumbent Kdqn alderman for Ward 3, Position 2, wins that race with 57% to 36% for challenger Ron Huckabee. Incumbent Horatio Mayor Borden Neal narrowly wins that race with a 51% of the vote to 46.9% for Randy Barnett. That's a difference of just 7 votes. Incumbent Locksburg Mayor Danny Ruth will receive an additional term after receiving 52.5% of the vote to 47.5% for challenger Randy Pickett. That's a difference of just 9 votes. Now, both the Locksburg and Horatio mayoral races will be ones to keep an eye out in the days ahead, as provincial ballots will be counted in the coming days. Sevier County voters did join those across the state in defeating all 4 ballot initiatives, including the legalization of recreational marijuana. Now, these results are all unofficial and pending the final count of provisional ballots. These results are expected to be certified early next week. We'll have some more election news and other local news for you following this break and these messages from our sponsors.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe in a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
See your Southwest Arkansas Shelter Insurance agents Joey Bailey in Ashdown, the Woods Agency in Kdqn, or Todd Moore in Dirks.
If you're hearing this, you're behind the wheel. Make it do me something new. Teeter Motors will make a deal and they take your trade in too.
Fall is here and that means it's four-wheel drive season. Hi, I'm Shannon with Teeter Motor Company. If there's one thing you should know, it's that we have the largest selection of Tacoma 4Runners and Jeeps in the state. The holidays are coming, so let us make your first payment on any vehicle purchase in November, December. So come see us and test drive one of our quality pre-owned vehicles today. Teeter Motor Company, 1201 Highway 71 South, Mena.
We are back with Kdqn News. Now in Little River County, election night ended with Larry Cowling elected the new county judge. He defeated Elbert Bradley Jr. with 2,889 votes to Bradley's 905. Trey Cobb will be Ashdown's new mayor after defeating incumbent James Sutton with 730 votes to Sutton's 276 and 138 for the third candidate, Bobby Freeze. Other Little River County results include Lisa Hearn elected to JP District 2 on the Little River County Quorum Court with 268 votes to 181 for Dante Weed. Mark Ardwin elected to JP District 4 with 262 votes to 192 for Linda Briggs McAllister. And Tyler Davis elected to JP District 5 with 333 votes to 226 for Brendan Kennemore. Kevin Sanders wins the race for Constable of Little River Township with 163 votes to 15 for Andrew Chapa. Willie Kirsten wins the race for Constable of Franklin Township with 247 votes to 54 for Charles Dorsey. In the Ashdown Alderman Ward 1 Position 2 race, incumbent Glenn Ray Bowman re-elected with 407 votes to 164 for challenger Perry Smith. Now, in some other election news from the listening area, District 87 State Representative Deanne Vaught was re-elected to another term in the Arkansas House of Representatives. She received a total of 2,959 votes in Little River County, as well as an additional 725 in Sevier County. Democratic challenger Chris Walcott received 725 in Little River and 774 in Sevier. Libertarian candidate Mark Rawson ended the night with 124 votes in Little River and 144 in Sevier. Now, our Jay Bunyard here, holding the fort down at the Kdqn studios during election night, had a chance to speak with Deanne Vaught to ask her about her win last night. Here is that interview.
We're joined now on the phone by State Representative Deanne Vaught. Big winner tonight with over 70% of the vote in District 87. And no rest for the weary, Deanne. You're on the road back to Little Rock already.
Yes, sir. I'm headed to budget meetings in the morning.
I know you want to take this opportunity to thank the voters.
Yes, sir. I'm beyond grateful for every vote and for the confidence that the people have in me to do a good job for them here in Little Rock. And I'm beyond grateful that I get to continue to serve the people of District 87. I enjoy being their voice.
Well, you've got some seniority up there. What committees are you currently on, and maybe what are you eyeing in the next session?
So I'm chair of agriculture, of course, and I'm on education. I'm sure I'll go back to education, and I hope to be able to go back to agriculture. And I hope to continue to be on what we call Arkansas Legislative Council, ALC.
Well, you and Farmer John know a little bit about the agriculture end of things as well. Well,
Just a little bit.
You're going to have the opportunity to serve with a new governor. What are your thoughts on that?
How exciting is it to have our first woman governor for the state of Arkansas? That's so exciting to me, and I'm excited to get to work with the first woman, governor, and see what we can do to better Arkansas. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, thank Jay Bunyard for that interview from last night. Now, in addition, District 4 State Senator Jimmy Hickey Jr. also won his re-election bid last night. We'll have an interview with him later on in some of our news broadcasts, along with interviews with Robert Gentry and Renee Bailey, who also won elections in Sevier County last night. Now, in our final story of the news hour, DeQueen Public Schools is informing the community that it will perform a test of the district's alert system today. District officials announced the test of the district's Rave Panic Button Alert System is to ensure the effectiveness of the system and the safety of its students. The Rave system is designed to provide instant communication to district faculty and staff, as well as local first responders. Today's test will check the effectiveness of the Rave communication system via cell phones. Officials said this test will ensure the system is in place and that first responders receive notifications accordingly. That is it for the 7 o'clock news hour, but go ahead and check out kdqn.net for full election results from both Little River and Sevier counties, and you can also find those results on Facebook as well. Check out kdqn.net for other local news, sports, upcoming events, and more. This is KDQN News.
Local news this hour has been presented by Teeter Motor Company in Mena. The deals are always sweeter at Teeter. And by your Southwest Arkansas Shelter Insurance agents, Todd Moore and Dirks, Jeff Woods in DeQueen, and Joey Bailey in Ashdown. For local news when you want it, 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net.
It's time for fall camping season, and Genuine RV and Power Sports has the perfect travel trailer or fifth wheel for you and your family. Whether you want to tailgate at football games, have your own privacy and space while visiting family for the holidays, or just want to enjoy the wonderful fall scenery, Genuine RV and Power Sports has the right camper at the right price with a huge selection to choose from. With knowledgeable and friendly staff to help you find exactly what you're looking for, visit Genuine RV and Power Sports at 1300 Northeast Lincoln Road in Idabel, online at genuinerv.com or on Facebook.
For 25 years, the Breast Care Program has helped diagnose over 1,900 women with breast and cervical cancers in Arkansas. Screenings can help you find cancer early when it's easier to treat. The Breast Care Program has enrolled over 128,000 women. Find out if you qualify for free cancer screenings at arbreastcare.com. That's arbreastcare.com. Screenings save lives. A message from the Arkansas Department of Health.
Hey guys, Michael Hardage here from Gregor Extreme Chevrolet in Ashdown, Arkansas. Just want to let you guys know about a sweet little promotion we got going on in the service department right now. If you're an existing customer and send us a new customer that's never been here before, we're going to give them $15 off their service, and in turn you'll receive $15 off your next service. So call your family and friends up, send them down here to Gregor Extreme Chevrolet in Ashdown, and let's get you both a little discount on your next services.
Are you ready for fiber to the home internet service? Four States Fiber is in the process of building a network to reach every Southwest Arkansas Electric Cooperative member, bringing 1 gig fiber internet service to homes and businesses with unlimited data, free installation, and no contracts. From high school sports to the Hogs to the pros, stay in the action as you stream your team to victory. Visit 4statesfiber.com and click on Check Availability for more information. 4 States Fiber, internet service you can be happy about. Fun and Learn Land Preschool and Daycare in Sevier County Developmental Center is located at 151 College Drive in DeQueen. Every classroom has a low child-to-staff ratio, which means your child will receive more one-on-one interaction with teachers. Every classroom has daily lesson plans and schedules that help prepare children for kindergarten. For more information on programs at Fun and Learn Land Preschool and Daycare and Sevier County Developmental Center, contact Betty Edwards at 584-3416 extension 2.
Delo's Diner, located at 290 South Dupree in the heart of Ashdown, Arkansas, will be your best cooked meal all day. Delo's Diner offers daily lunch specials and Ashdown's only all-day breakfast diner. Delo's has mouth-watering fried catfish with all the trimmings on Friday nights. Dine in or carry out, open 7 days a week. New owners Cody and Alexis Delo are excited about serving Little River County. Try Delo's Diner in Ashdown, and we guarantee you won't be dissatisfied. For hours and directions, call 870-898-7900.
You know, lots of people enjoy deer season, but I prefer another kind of season, bargain hunting season. All you need is a few dollars, a few minutes, and a Salvation Army family store. With great finds like TVs, gently used furniture and clothing, home decor, toys for the kids, and everything in between. At Salvation Army, you can go buck wild instead of sitting quietly in the cold for many many hours. Choose Salvation Army Bargain Hunting, and instead of wasting a buck, you'll save a buck. Your local Salvation Army Family Store is located at 223 West Stillwell Avenue in DeQueen. Happy hunting!
All right, we are back live. Kdqn 92.1. Good morning to all of you on Facebook Live and everybody listening. Greg Revels in studio. How are you doing,
morning.
sir?
I'm great.
Yeah?
Man,
Great morning. Foggy.
Yeah, foggy.
Very,
man.
very foggy.
It's been aggressive, this fog, man. It's like The Fog, the
Yeah,
movie.
there is more fog than the movie The Fog.
Yeah, definitely.
That's actually true.
Yeah, and more creepy individuals in it as well.
Yeah, they're coming out of the fog.
They're coming out of the
That's
fog,
the one with
man.
the monsters in the fog, right?
Yes,
Yeah, that was actually not a
It's
bad
good
movie. It's,
With
yeah.
they're looking for the, it's like a gold crucifix or something like that. That's like some relic that they're trying to get that the town is hoarding or something like that. I don't remember. It was a good movie though.
It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, I had just a quick addendum
Get
to
on
the
it.
news here. I failed to mention this, but hey, Ho Chi Town did pass its incorporation effort last night as well. Yesterday was the big election for that. 129 for, 18 against.
Somebody, hey, there's always got to be an beginner.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just like accidentally hit no or something, you know. I've not talked to anyone from Ho Chi Town that was against it. You
So
know,
they get like a new zip code and stuff.
not the
No?
zip code probably
Zip
stayed the
codes
same,
stay
but
the
they
same?
now they get city limits now.
Yeah.
They get
And their own police department,
Man,
you
they
know.
need it. They
Of course.
for one, they deserve it for everything that community has been able to do as far as developing tourism, economic development, all that. But they need that as well.
And that's good news for Broken Bow Police too, right? That they, I mean, sure they'll still have to respond, I'm sure in some way, but that'll make their, like a little bit easier to handle. That's a big county.
Should help out
Right?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. And fire services. And I'll say one thing. I spent a lot of time in Ho Chi Town. One thing you don't see very much of there is law enforcement.
Mhm.
Now, of course, McCurtain County is 3 times the size of
Yeah.
Sevier. That's a lot of county to
Mhm.
cover, So, that's, I would say that's no fault of law enforcement. I'll just say that.
No,
I
it's
believe
a
that
huge
personally.
county.
Yeah. A couple of other things. Pike County did not pass its wet measure yesterday. So actually, listen to these numbers. The 4 votes, 1,852 against 1,858, 6 vote difference. That goes to all those people who say, it doesn't matter if I go out and vote.
Yeah.
Well,
It might.
6 people said that, and yeah.
Now you can't buy beer at Easy Mart.
Polk County, wet now.
Yeah.
Yes. Or at
Polk
least,
County is wet.
that process has begun. Of course, we saw in Sevier County, that takes some time before you can start buying beer at Easy Mart or anything. So, but yeah, Polk County is the latest Arkansas county to go wet.
Yeah.
And that's a transition from being damp.
Yes. We went straight from dry as a bone to to wet. They've kind of followed that, eased their way along.
Yeah. That's why I was asking. I was like, I've gotten a margarita in Mina.
Yeah.
So damp, meaning I guess just restaurants have that ability. Yeah.
They could serve at restaurants.
Yeah.
Yes.
That doesn't mean though, now that it's wet, you could just set up on the side of the highway with, whiskey shots for a dime. Don't do that.
Yeah, because you'll go broke.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and if you do, let me know. I'll be there. But,
those are Deadwood prices.
Right.
Like,
this is
cheap.
Well, I know you were following the elections closely, Greg. I don't know if any takeaways from you or anything you want to mention.
I'm going to tell you the biggest surprise for me statewide was the amount of defeat. I can't say it right. The amount the election was defeated to legalize marijuana.
Yeah, issue 4.
I really, normally, and it's like we talked about in Sevier County with the wet dry issue, getting it on the ballot was the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was going to happen with that too. And
of course, polls, you can't trust them, but they were saying like 60% yes, know, and usually the type of people who might answer the polls are not the type that might vote yes. You know what I mean? Kind of
I'll say
hard-nosed.
See, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think opponents did a really good job eroding people's confidence in that measure over the last couple of weeks because I was citing that 60% for poll was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then yesterday they did, I think it was like Marist or somebody did some last minute polling in Arkansas. It was like 50-50, you know, and I'd say that's probably due. We of course, here on our airwaves all across the state, you've seen opponents from it, even, which is what I found interesting. A lot of the folks who were opposing it were those who helped pass the medical marijuana back in 2016. They said, hey, they're all for recreational marijuana in Arkansas, but this is not the bill to do it.
Gotcha.
But it would have been interesting. Arkansas would have been the first county in this, or excuse me, the state in the South to vote recreational. Now, Oklahoma will be doing so in a special election session back in March, I believe, is when they'll vote on that. So they likely, you know, if that passes, they'll be the first one in the region to do so.
I was thinking last night, depending on where the results were coming in from, you know, because again, if they're counting rural first, I'd imagine that's more, you know, 50-50. But the more they got into, you know, the cities and stuff, that would start cutting its lead. And it kind of did as it went on. Like the lead was not diminishing a little bit, not as, you know, not enough to matter. But
and you know, hey, the people have spoken.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So,
absolutely.
And you know, the other thing locally, I think it looks like there's a little bit of a, you know, going to be a change in leadership in the county.
Yeah.
And you know, congratulations to those winners. I do want to say one thing. Thank you, David Wright and Earl Batiste, for your service to this county for numerous years.
2 decades, right?
Long time. I don't know how long. I mean, they've been there, but we appreciate them and their service, and time to move on.
You know, and
congratulations to Michael Barnes
Yes, sir.
and Callie Miller.
Absolutely. That's a good point. I would say I'm talking to some folks who voted for the upset. It was not that they saw the incumbents had done a bad job. It was nothing like that. It was that they just wanted to see some change. And I think that's a big movement all across the state and nation. Obviously.
I think everybody's met Callie Miller and Michael Barnes. Good people, young, you know. So, yeah, they, you know, change in one direction.
I was glad to see, I believe it was issue 2, which was the constitutional amendment issue. I'm glad to see that one fail. I did not like the idea of you know, the 60% threshold, and to me that was state officials saying, Arkansans, you don't know what you're doing, so you need to try a little bit harder before you get anything on the ballot. There's a lot of good things that have passed in Arkansas thanks to a simple majority constitutional amendment issue on the ballot. So I'm really glad Arkansans came out and voted against that one.
Yeah, all ballot measures lost. I guess 1 and 2 definitely happy about. 3 I didn't understand, and 4 I knew was going to be a contentious one.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. Great rundown on that for sure.
3 I didn't understand at all.
I think most people didn't really.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
well, we got it's like number 1 in the Bill of Rights. you know, so.
Not any real surprises in state races. I don't think. I think it pretty much went exactly the way, and the percentages were about what we thought too. I think.
Yeah, I think so. For me, the biggest surprise, honestly, is on the national level. I really expected this morning we would see one, if not both, chambers of Congress
Flipped.
in Republican hands.
Yeah.
That is still so much in the air. I mean, really expecting it, because your midterm is generally a referendum on your president. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find lower approval ratings than what you're seeing right now. But that is the election results are just not showing that.
Yeah. No, it'll be an interesting 2024, and I don't want to think about it right now.
Yeah. I will say,
you better start, because tomorrow they're going to start.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah.
I've been a J.D. Vance, not maybe not a follower or something.
Sure.
I really enjoyed his book, Hillbilly Elegy, which they did, I believe, make into a movie. I have not seen that, but I really will highly recommend the book about just the struggles of life, Appalachia. But it was interesting to see him win, because he did. Anybody who's familiar with his campaign knows he did a huge about turn in recent years, and voters kind of looked past that and put him in office. So it'd be interesting to see how he's a smart young man, served in the military. I think he could be a very excellent senator for the nation.
I definitely expected Dr. Oz.
No doubt,
to crush, but guess not.
Yeah.
Especially after the debate and all that, and I just figured it's the Oprah syndrome or whatever. Like you saw this guy, he was in your house from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. every day with a show. And he's a familiar face.
Fetterman, of course, the debate he struggled with. He had a stroke, and a lot of commentators are like, well, people should look past that. That's a hard thing to do. I guess people really did. And you know what? He does kind of bring like a newer style of politics to the national level. Like when he shows up somewhere, he's like in a hoodie, and he is just kind of a chill, easygoing, mingle. He'd get in a crowd and you couldn't point him out kind of guy, I think
whether that's good or not.
Yeah. So we're kind of tired of these like elite, that just are so separated from the rest of us. That is one thing I feel like the nation's really starting to reject.
Yeah. You a little upset about Dr. Oz losing, Greg?
I'm surprised.
Yeah, me too.
I was surprised. Just because he's so familiar to me.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's, obviously, regardless of the politics or anything, Donald Trump, we've known him for a long time,
since the 70s,
really. 70s, yeah. Everybody's had him on their TV sets at one point, so that made sense. And I think we're going to see more of that stuff, man. We've joked about it, but Dwayne Johnson, if he runs for president, I can't put it past, yeah, even if you hate,
who's going to sling mud at that guy?
I
too.
don't know.
all like in a primary challenge, everybody's going to be like, I don't think he knows what he's doing. Please don't hit me, Rock.
The thing is that we need to transition more into the way, and Trump did this very well. I don't want to see Dwayne the Rock Johnson get up there and be like, America is the we're gonna give the people's elbow to the bankers, and we're gonna I want to
talk a little more from the heart.
Exactly.
Kind of thing, right?
We know you from this. Go ahead. We don't want to see you up there.
We know you're pro Second Amendment. Okay. We know you this, that. Okay. That's standard. Okay. That's you don't even bother doing this without if you don't believe in any of those things.
How many senators are you gonna beat up?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's get a brass tacks here. You gonna throw a pie in Mitch McConnell's face?
Yeah. All right. Oh, that's funny. All right, we got to do the weather. We're way late. The weather's brought to you by First State Bank.
Here at First State Bank, we've been serving the area since 1973. We're local, just like you, and being local means we make local decisions too. We're here to serve you quickly so you can spend your time wisely and not in line. Now, that's just one of the many benefits you get when you bank with a local community bank. Bank at home with us at First State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All we're here to do. We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. Bill out $1 million bonuses are not the sort of thing we do. We're just a small fry with a little guy. We're a lot like you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you. First State Bank, member FDIC. We're big on you.
We're just a small town community bank, but we're big on you.
Number one country weather.
All right, areas of dense fog. I'm looking at them. Out the window right there. Otherwise, froggy.
It's so foggy you can't even see the fog.
Yeah, Apache frogs.
That's right.
Yes.
It's like Inception. Yeah.
Otherwise, mostly sunny today. At some point.
Yeah, okay.
It happened yesterday.
It did. Calm winds from the south, about 5 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low around 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, with a high near 78. Now, Thursday night, 40% chance of showers with a low of 51. And Veterans Day, a 20% chance of showers with a high of 59. But then quickly, a cold snap coming through. Friday night, a low of 32. Saturday night, a low of 26.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Sunday's high is 52. And Sunday night's low is 31. So we're looking, that's the trend starting Saturday night pretty much. Lows in the low 50s. Or highs in the low 50s and lows in the low 30s.
So that means next week everybody's going to have a cold.
Probably.
No doubt. Yeah. I mean, we're talking
went from summer to winter again.
Yeah,
2 days.
As much. Now get those campfires ready is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I've been looking for is a nice cold night to get a good old bonfire going.
Great weather for the opening weekend of deer season.
That's right.
Well, of modern gun season.
Modern guns. Yeah. That is deer season.
Yeah, that's right.
I know.
We've had some Rambos.
Yeah, that's why I have some friends that do archery, and they're like, "Hey, we've been out here for like 2 months now."
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And then muzzle loaders as well, right? Have been
that
going?
was October.
That was October.
Yes,
so,
yeah.
Oh, you can still use one if you want.
That's right.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a bow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That all.
A bow goes to like the end of February.
Okay.
Yes.
Modern
gun's very short.
Right.
Very
right.
short period.
No, we've talked a few times about things that changed during COVID, or after COVID, like things we maybe don't do anymore. Like, the funny one is not, blowing the candles out on the birthday cake or whatever, that type of thing. But I was listening to a radio show yesterday, and an old one from like 2008, and they were talking about.
They had radio back then?
Yeah, they did. And they were talking about casinos and how those are just germ super spreaders. If you think about it, and I was thinking, have they changed at all? Like, because the chips, the cards, the money,
the slot
machine handles, everything. Like every
The
time
buffet.
the buffet. Every time you touch something in a casino, has most likely been touched by 100 people before you.
Yeah, and within 20 minutes since you got there.
Yeah. They're like, I'll raise you emphysema for
But I think though, I'm just some of what I remember reading is that casinos knew they had a lot to lose because of the pandemic, so they were like at the vanguard of trying to make safe, entertainment environments for people.
They stopped table games for the most part because
that's
again,
right.
that's the worst one when you're dealing, the same cards all over.
Now, a shame of that is some places actually. I was talking to our parents recently that live in Canada. They have a casino real close to where they live, and they said they went from they had table games with actual dealers and stuff. Then they switched over to they stopped all that. Then they, instead of bringing the dealers back, they just made automated table games. So you have just electronic, electronic dealers,
right?
Which I just don't. I mean, I still like having a human in front of me if around a poker table or something.
The house always wins, and I'm definitely not going to trust a computer to change those statistics. Those odds aren't going to be in my favor.
Well, you know what? I'm not a big gambler, but I did walk through a casino in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
In December, two things I noticed about that: all the table games were back.
Yes.
They were all back
with dealers.
With dealers, and they did have electronic ones, and those were the empty ones.
Yeah,
and it's just like you said, people want that human interaction.
Yeah, of course,
when they're doing that. And the second thing I will tell you is they were constantly wiping everything down.
Oh, okay, yeah,
constantly. It's like there's like somebody standing at the roulette table. And if somebody moved from a spot, they wiped it. They just got in there and wiped it real quick before somebody else
sprayed the dice real quick.
Yeah,
it was just one of those industries that I didn't really think of as being a problem for COVID. Like, of course, a bunch of people sitting at the table close, but then you also think about the cards and everything. Craps.
Yep.
If you're shooting crap, you're blowing on the dice and kissing the dice and stuff and throwing them. They got to be spraying those Lysol and those dice down.
Yep. But it didn't stop people. I can tell you.
No. Well, there you have it.
Scared.
I ain't scared.
Yeah,
I want to win my money.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, somebody won the Powerball last night, huh?
Yeah, stinking California.
Yeah.
Hey, two Arkansans walked away with $100,000 each.
Hey,
So a little something.
Do you know who they were?
I some family of mine. Yeah. Well, they don't know that yet, but I'm about to holler at them.
Okay.
And this California guy too. Sure. I got California.
Yeah, I think since it was in California, they got to spread that all out over everybody.
The state. That's the thing, right?
First of all, the state's going to get half of that.
Gavin Newman's like, I'll take this part and that part and this.
Yeah.
So
No, they're moving to Texas.
You win $2.04 billion, and they're going to end up with $0.04 billion.
Yes, exactly. Still
Which I could,
pretty good.
That's not bad.
I could live with that. Yeah. That'd still buy me like a nice new
you'd be
X-Mark.
mad if that happened.
A little bit, but I think I'd get over it pretty quick. They're like, it wouldn't all fit in one briefcase. It fits in 100 beer briefcases.
Yeah, that's right.
But the thing about California, like you say, have I heard you describe it as like government funding is like a leaky bucket? Have you said that before?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But in California, it's just the handle.
That's right.
That's it. Like I was watching some about building a homeless shelter, like a house for one homeless person. And this is not, a mansion by any means. By the end, it's all said and done through the government. It'd be like $800,000 per room that these guys unit that these people can live in. That's insanity.
Yeah, and half of that, at least half, if not more, is just like regulatory paperwork and red tape you have to go through and stuff. You know?
How much of that really, like, I don't mean to be conspiratorial or anything, but I mean, surely a bunch of that is going into a pocket too, of not just the contractors who are getting paid to do it.
Usually
like,
mostly the contractors.
Yeah, they're
you know?
just
like if one's
they say
like
government, they just charge out the wazoo.
Do
for
some
it.
work for you, $2 for the hammer.
Yeah.
Federal government needs some work. Well, that's $200 for that hammer now.
True,
Yeah,
fair enough. Okay,
I'll pay for it. Right?
Yeah. I almost can't blame him for that. But
it you know is what it is.
That's
I
right.
guess. So, but
but 2.04 billion.
Man, that's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
It's
Now,
not bad.
now you're taking a lump sum, right? Or no, is
A
that
cash
is that
payment.
a cash payment.
Most
That's what
people
you say,
do.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
I think the
because-
cash payment was still going to be $930 million.
Yeah.
So just shy of $1 billion.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
$1 billion of that, more than $1 billion of that is just gone. You don't even get a
Well-
billion. You win $2 billion, and you get $1 billion.
Scholarships.
Well, yeah, but
and taxes. And
I'm not. Hey, I'm never gonna win. I'm not
Yeah,
like worried
yeah.
about it. But it just seems a little like you can't even call yourself a billionaire after you win the $2 billion lottery, unless you had
That's
a couple 100,000 laid by.
Right. A little bit of wise investment.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All I have to do is work a few more months, and then I'll be a billionaire. At Taco Bell.
Yeah, well, let's see. If you only get 930 million, you're $70 million short.
Yeah, that's
it's good. You're gonna have to work at least 3 months at Taco Bell.
I'm gonna have to get a
there.
second job.
To be a billionaire.
Yeah.
That's that's.
I won a $2 billion lottery, and I've got $900 million. See,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Patrick would be mad about that.
Yeah.
He's saying he wouldn't, but he would be mad. Now, I'm not saying he wouldn't take the 900.
Yeah,
million.
Right.
I'd get over it at some point.
Yeah, I know.
How much would the payments be?
I think
monthly payments.
I think you get a little bit more if you take the monthly payment.
Yeah.
It's the one lump sum.
Yeah.
Then it's pretty drastic. It's like 40% or something of the total.
Yeah,
something
well,
like
if
that.
you get the whole 2.04 billion.
If you take it in payment.
Yeah.
But who would do that?
But it's over like 40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it adjusted? Is it always like 40 years? So if you win $1 million or whatever it is, then you get that,
like $50,000 a week for the rest of your life or something,
Yeah. I just wouldn't do that. I mean, of course it sounds nice to get the whole thing, but like, man, you don't know. Just give me the whole thing now and let me, let me blow it all in my own
Well, here's
way.
the deal is, I mean, what if you croak tomorrow?
Exactly.
I want to be a millionaire for a little while.
Yeah, for a bit.
Yeah.
At least the 2 days.
Yeah,
that
the 2 days, right?
I don't know. If I just found out I won like $900 million, I'd probably croak right then.
Yeah.
Or at least the weekend after like Sunday, I would.
Yeah.
A little too much fun.
That's right.
But I'll tell you, speaking of some fun, the designer of the Oculus.
Yeah.
This is the VR headset. Now Facebook bought it and used it as the really as the platform for its Meta system and introduced last year, I guess. Well, the guy who designed the Oculus has now got a new VR headset out. Now he's also a defense contractor, so that's important to understand because this VR headset has a very, very particular feature. It has 3 explosive charges built into it, directed right at the user's brain. So if you die in the video game, you die in real life.
That's
it's
not real.
designed. Yes, it is. You'll have to look it up.
That's not real.
It's legit. And
It's legit.
He says the screen, the sensors are designed when the red screen of death from this when you die in this game, the red screen comes up. Now it's not for sale. He's developing it. He says to bring the most real experience to video gaming ever.
So developing does that mean they have people testing?
He said not a single person has worn it yet because he said there's a lot of bugs in the system. You ever play some Mario back in the day? They glitch out on you.
Yeah.
You might have a bug or two. He says in there, he's like, I've not worn it yet because the game is still real glitchy.
Yeah.
So I don't want anyone to accidentally. But I kind of there's part of it, I'm sure it's just a big joke. This guy is a defense contractor. He says the explosives in it. He's like, I'm using these types of explosives for another project. And they asked him what projects. I can't disclose that. But I do like the idea of bringing some realism to the virtual world.
Sure.
Like if every computer or phone had like fist, that comes out of like a Jack of the Box kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like if there was a fist that came out every time you said something dumb or did something dumb on the internet, people would probably do less dumb things.
For sure. They'd probably think twice.
Or they'd be knocked out.
Yeah, or maybe just like a slap. It did like a backhand.
Yeah.
So there was a James Bond movie where you played this game. It was like a war game, in a game in a James Bond movie where they were playing and they, like you got electric shocks as you got if somebody took a country, it would shock you.
Okay, yeah.
And so it got more intense and more intense. Where it would kill you if you kept hanging on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you did really bad at
Yeah.
If I was playing that, dying to lag would be more frustrating than ever.
Oh, yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, my stupid internet. Now I have a hole in my head.
Yeah.
Bad internet. I can play.
But I'll bring up a picture when we next break here. I mean, it looks. I ain't wearing it. That's fine. I don't need that kind of realism in my video game experience. And,
Right.
And I also, like I said, as much as I like the idea of like a slap coming out of your phone when you do something dumb on it, I don't need that either.
Yeah,
really.
and then also just simply picking it up while you're driving, you're gonna get slapped.
Yeah.
Did you know Twitter? Elon Musk was laying off people. Now Facebook's laying off 11,000 people.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So where's everybody going?
And why do they even need those? It's set. Like maybe a few nerds to watch it over the servers
Because they've got to turn it off when you play the Beatles on there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
There's
some
one
guy with a switch.
Yeah.
Like an old timey switchboard.
Yeah.
there. And-
You fell asleep at the switch, man.
That's
They
right.
played the whole Beatles song, and you didn't.
Well, maybe it turns out a lot of these jobs just aren't really that real,
Yeah.
And somebody's going through like, just what? How
Yeah.
many? Yeah, the literally half the people there whose job is just to run coffee back and forth.
Right.
You know?
Oh man,
It's like I always loved when Rob Ford became mayor of Toronto. I don't know if anybody around here knows Rob Ford, but he was Canada's Donald Trump, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
Canadian version.
Canadian
okay,
version.
all right, yeah. But when he became mayor of Toronto, the first thing he did is like, let's pay one people to water all the plants inside City Hall. He instantly saved like $200,000
Yeah,
a year.
yeah.
And you know what? That one person did just a fine job watering all the plants
Yeah.
inside City Hall.
And this is so far. I was actually into Canadian politics when he was on there, but his garbage union was good.
Well,
He created, made a ton of jobs, got them paid, and also saved a bunch of money in the process in one way or
That was
another.
always
I
a
can't
headache in
remember.
Toronto.
Yeah, the garbage guys, because again, this is all government.
It's a powerful
Yeah,
group in a big city.
It is.
Your sanitation workers.
Yeah, and I can't remember the exact specifics, but Rob Ford came in there and took care of it, and people were like too obsessed with the headlines to realize that dude's like saving a ton of money. He was definitely a
He was an effective administrator.
fiscally conservative dude.
It was.
so.
Yeah. I was in New York City one time when
Yeah.
there was a strike by the.
Yikes.
It was
a short one.
Yeah,
But it doesn't take long for it to pile up.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, you're walking down, just piles of it everywhere you go.
I don't know. You hear like for kids to get on the school bus, their parents would have to throw like a pack of bacon on the trash pile so the rats would attack that as opposed to their kids.
Yeah.
You know? Like run, get on the bus.
We got to do it, man. Way late. We got to
Yes.
get into your birthday club. It's brought to you by
Dr. Frank Teed.
Sorry. Jenny asked if the Oculus headset that kills you is legal. That's probably be an interesting thing, but someone here on Twitter is making an interesting comment. The concept of video games with physical consequences as severe as death are a sci-fi staple, but seen as beyond the pale in real life. But given the popularity of motorsports, extreme athletics, etc., why? I mean, in NASCAR, every time you get inside that car and you're going 200 miles an hour around that ring, you are taking your life into your hands. You know,
It's true.
The octagon for UFC.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody could die at any moment in it, right? And
It's true. I guess hopefully that the there's a game I play, right? There's a game where when you die in it, there's in-game consequences. You lose all your stuff, right?
Yeah.
But the game also recognizes if you disconnect from the internet
Yes.
or something out of your power.
Wasn't your fault.
Wasn't your fault. The game will award you your stuff back upon further review. You can't do that once the explosive charge has exploded into your brain. It's be like, whoops! Look, turns out it wasn't his fault. So,
hey, we have an actual birthday.
Yeah, we do.
Love it.
You want one?
Sure.
Take that one. I'm going to start it off. A huge happy birthday going out to Jason Van Hoos of Horatio. Love you from your wife and daughter. Jason turns 37 today. Happy birthday, Jason Van Hoos.
Awesome.
Happy birthday, Jason. Also, happy birthday to Katie Hushelpeck from
What?
Redwater, Texas.
Hey.
She turns 33 today. Happy birthday from Mom and the family.
Hey, and
happy
the
birthday,
crew.
Katie.
Her poor husband just had a anniversary. Now it's her birthday. The guy
Yeah.
must be broke. And
Yeah.
Christmas is just coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know. My heart's out to him.
Happy birthday to Leslie Ross over there. She's over in Broken Bow,
Yeah.
Oklahoma, and where
Next
she works,
country over, right?
the next country over, where she works was actually affected by the old tornado that stormed through Ida
That's
Bell.
to put it nicely, yeah.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Leslie Ross.
Speaking of that, did you know there was a tire store over there right across from Catfish King?
Yeah.
And McDonald's on the other side of that corner there. You know, it got destroyed. Unfortunate. Their sign was found in Hatfield.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I heard
gosh.
about that.
In Hatfield.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking 40, 50 miles or something
Yeah,
there as the
it's
crow flies.
A long way.
Yeah, as the sign flies, I guess. Yeah.
That's a long ways.
Coming through on Facebook Live, happy 11th birthday, Christy Frazier from Mom, Kristen, and Lincoln. Look how easy that is.
Yeah.
Just like that. Immediate happy birthday, Christy Frazier, the big 1-1. Hey. A big happy birthday to Leslie Ross. I think you're amazing. All capital letters from Jen Smiley Face. Happy birthday, Leslie.
Oh, this is a bad day for Willie Nelson. Back in 1990, his assets were all seized by the IRS.
Oh, darn.
And a famous quote from the IRS that a spokesperson gave the New York Times: "We try to work with taxpayers by seizing everything
of
they
course.
possibly could own."
642-2190. Send them to number1country@yahoo.com or send them to our Facebook page or our Facebook Live.
He had a $16.7 million tax debt, which he said just kind of crept up on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoops.
That's 16
That's
million
called
came out of nowhere.
I'm not filing.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what's happening. Let's see how long it's before they come get me. Yeah. Well, there's nobody famous enough for me to even mention their name on.
Let's
on
have a
the
look.
Famous birthdays. I know you're gonna.
I'm going to know them all.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to point out the ones that you know.
Some of these, like most famous ones, their photo it looks like their last known photo. Like it should be on the back of a milk carton.
Yeah.
Have you seen this person?
I
Chris
know
Jericho.
some. I know some of them.
You know French Montana.
Sure, I know French Montana. Y'all were talking about French earlier.
That's true.
Cisco's birthday.
Speaking French, it's
What
Carl
about-
Sagan's birthday.
Hey, there you go.
Of course, he's dead. So
It's true.
Way too early.
yeah,
Way
Yeah.
too. The world lost a good, smart
Oh, yeah.
man way too early.
You don't know Jerry Perp Drank?
exactly. You're just proving my point.
Yeah, I saw that. Nick Lachey.
Yeah. What's he
48.
famous for? Being married to? Which one was he married to?
Jessica Simpson?
Was it one?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if it was Brittany or Jessica.
Yeah,
they're
one
all,
of 'em.
They're all the same person,
Yeah.
I think.
Lou Ferrigno. You got a birthday
Hey.
today. You share it with old Lou.
The Hulk.
The Hulk. Yeah. The original Hulk, right?
Cisco.
Yep.
Scarface, the rapper.
Milkshake is 28 today.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Mike Shake. Never mind. Yeah.
Mike Shake.
He probably
Milk-
gets that a lot, though.
Milkshake, Mike Shake. It's all the same.
So I recently listened to like 2-hour lecture that Carl Sagan gave. Just a slow day. I was doing some other stuff, just playing in the background. Man, he is just so great.
Oh, yeah.
Such a great storyteller.
Yep, for sure. Milkshake would be a great name for a white rapper.
Yeah.
Milkshake. And then you could have your own dance.
What flavor? Vanilla.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Amos and Andy or Martin and Lewis? That's going to about do it. I'll give you guys another 1 minute before we get out of the birthday club. Oh yeah, Facebook Live can't hear the music, so we're just humming into it.
They can hear you though.
Yeah, they can hear me.
Hey, great day in German history. Back in '89, East Germany took down the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
It's also a very bad day
Yeah.
in German history as well. They
For
crystal
sure.
knocked. So
Yeah.
one of those things everybody should know something about there. But funny how all these things always happen on one day, huh?
Yeah. Is that the wall that Mr. Gorbachev was supposed to take down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Gorbachev.
Take down that wall.
I'm trying to think of something funny instead to say, but I don't have it.
Take down that wall.
Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
That's
All
it.
right, that's it.
That's it.
Let's go and do it.
Oh, last minute.
One on the phone. All right. Big happy birthday going out to Ariel Rodriguez Stevens from Aunt Cece. Happy birthday, Ariel. Hey, look at that. We got it in just in time. You go right in the
Happy
drawing for
birthday,
the
Ariel.
birthday club. Yes, sir. All right. That's going to do it, though. We're going to take the briefest of breaks, maybe play a little musical chairs, and we will be right back with the Brew Crew.
Bureau Insurance Agents, our work is built on a promise to you. We call it Ag Promise, a competitively priced policy that protects everything farmers rely on. You're gonna love it. We promise.
In Sevier County, call Farm Bureau Insurance at 584-3911 and ask Alan Stark, Lee Hammond, Stacy Janes, or Michael Collins about protecting your agribusiness.
Ashdown Schools make it easy to find just what you're looking for on the district's website at ashdowschools.org. View grades and email teachers with links to eSchool. View Facebook posts and news feeds even if you don't have a Facebook account, along with event calendars, sports, lunch menus, and so much more. At Ashdown Schools, we believe organization and communication play a vital part in the success of our students. Ashdown Public Schools, providing educational excellence since 1891. We are Ashdown.
If you need a tow, days, nights, or weekends, call Rivas Garage and Wrecker Service at 642-4158. Whether it's a fender bender or car trouble that leaves you stranded, George Rivas will respond quickly and offer professional and courteous service. For automotive service work, tune-ups, or wrecker service, call on Rivas Garage and Wrecker Service on Highway 71 north of DeQueen, 642-4158.
Glenwood.
In Glenwood.
In Glenwood.
In Glenwood, man.
Not Rivas Wrecker Service.
No,
they're not in Glenwood.
No, sir.
They're here.
They are.
All over Sevier County.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jennifer, I need to talk about this.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Okay.
DeQueen Motorsports, 1587 Highway
Yeah.
70 West, right here in DeQueen. You could buy or sell your ATVs, UTVs, motorcycles, scooters, and guess what? They service them too. Greg, you just recently had some work done on the old motorcycle
Hey,
there?
man, they're working on it right
Yeah.
now. That the biggest problem they've had is getting parts.
Of course.
So they had a little trouble getting parts. Talk
Yeah.
to Freddie, though. He's working on it. Going to
That's
have
right.
it ready. If you need something, just call 870-642-6511.
That's right. Thank you very much for remembering that number.
Hey, I've got it right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I call Freddie all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's always ready to help.
That's right. He'll have it ready, Freddie. That's his name. That's his
right.
nickname.
Oh,
actually.
like it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So 1587 Highway 70 West. Again, there's nothing they can't do. And if you're just in the market of buying something new, all of your motorsports needs are taken care of. ATVs, UTVs.
Have you been out
side
there?
by sides? I drive by there most every day.
I mean, there is so much stuff.
Yeah,
out there,
it's
too.
crazy.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he was, the shortage was, or there was a bit of a shortage, and stuff was getting bought up right away, and then all of a sudden, bang.
Yeah.
There was just, the lot was full of stuff, mostly zero-turn mowers, Bad Boys, Cub Cadets, X-Mark, you name it. You can get it over at DeQueen Motorsports, 1587 Highway 70 West, and you're in DeQueen. What's that number again?
870-642-6511.
You got it. Shout out to all the Facebook Live viewers right now. Make sure you like, comment, and share the video publicly, by the way, and then we'll be able to put you in the drawing for a really cool prize this Friday. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Jennifer,
Sir.
in studio.
Yes.
You had a bit of an experience yesterday. I got to talk to you about it.
Okay.
You know what? Should we wait for the 8 o'clock hour for this one?
Oh, I don't mind at all. Whatever you think.
Well, kids are in school. Screw it. Let's go.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah.
All
Let's
right.
roll with it.
Well, I had some reasoning to go to Glenwood yesterday.
Some reasoning.
Yes. And I stopped at the Glenwood rest area.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty, there was not a lot of people there. People were coming back and forth. I'd say I spent about 20 minutes at the rest area because I was meeting somebody.
Right.
And in that time, I was getting a little bit nervous. I dropped a pin for, my location for my husband. This
just
is
in
where
case.
I'm at,
Yeah,
just in
yeah.
case I get abducted. And then at one point, I was the only person in the parking lot. And then this van pulls up. And he's sitting in there for probably about 10 minutes. And then another truck pulls up right beside my truck, 10 minutes later. And both of those people got out and went into the restroom together.
Yeah.
2 men. And then came out at the same time and then left.
What's
I thought
wrong
that
with
was
that?
really weird.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
It was two
weird.
plumbers going to fix a problem at the same
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
They really needed each
they-
other's help.
Yeah, they were fixing plumbing.
Yeah, they were definitely fixing some plumbing.
And
There's some pipe work going on in there.
While they were doing their plumbing, I stepped in a giant anthill, and I didn't realize until it was too late, and I was wearing sandals.
How much
and
fun is that?
It was
Yeah, that's
terrible.
great.
Like all the way up to my knee, it's just red
Yeah.
dots everywhere. It
Yeah.
was terrible.
That's crazy. I remember one time I was on the phone. Was living at Patrick's house. I was on the phone and I was walking around bare feet along his concrete, and it was nighttime. And I'm on the phone. You don't really pay too much attention to your surroundings. And I'm standing there, and all of a sudden my legs are just on fire.
Yeah.
And I look down, and all the way up to like my knees, I'm just covered in red ants.
Not fire ants.
Not fire ants.
Oh, these are
you
fire
lucked out.
ants.
Yeah. No, I mean, they were biting, but it wasn't like fire ants will take you. Yeah, they'll ruin your day.
Yes. Yeah, they were fire ants crawling all over.
So I'm going to assume that you were somewhere near the men's bathroom trying to see what was going on in
What
there
were you
and
doing?
stepped in that fire ant pile. Because she
You know
went
what?
from being in the truck,
Yeah.
they go in the restroom, and all of a sudden she's in a fire ant pile.
Yeah.
I wonder where that is. Now we know what was
Suspicious.
weird.
Yes.
You just think about somebody driving by and seeing her right outside the men's bathroom.
Yeah.
In a fire ant pile. She's probably jumping around, dancing and stuff. Now, just think how weird that would be.
Of
It
course.
must have been weird. And
It's
know,
two Southern boys supporting each other in the washroom. Not a big deal.
It's not.
You,
What was I doing
I'm
there,
worried about you.
right?
Yeah,
I know. I was exchanging goods.
Yeah.
Legally.
Yeah,
Legally.
exchanging goods
Yes. Illegally.
So were they
through the window?
It was another lady who was my age. She was
There-
very nice.
yeah.
We just exchanging goods.
There you go.
Yeah.
That
So
was-
did
I-
you exchange the goods in the bathroom with her?
No. At a park bench.
At a park bench.
All right.
That's a classic.
Yeah, that's
they
a
always
classic.
they always bug those.
Yeah.
The FBI. Yeah. It's oh my gosh.
Whatever it was legal. Now, whatever plumbing they were doing in the bathroom, I'm just saying it was just an observation.
So my question is, I got a question. How long?
Yeah.
Probably, I'd say
90 seconds.
Over 5 minutes, but probably not.
Oh,
quite
then they were
7.
they were truly working on something, or
I mean, who waits
selling
to
each
go,
other something.
Drop the kids off at the pool?
Yeah.
Until somebody else comes in. Like maybe he felt better about going to the bathroom and somebody
Was
else
there
was in
multiple stalls, or is it one of those
I don't
rest stop
know.
bathrooms where you need the key?
No, you could just walk right in. I saw
Okay.
that. They walked in literally together. Like one held the door open for the other gentleman. Yeah. And then once they walked out of the bathroom, that's when everybody else started showing up.
You should have just gone in there, and, and we could get to the bottom of what was going on.
No way.
Yeah.
So you couldn't hear it from outside when you were listening?
No.
They got in there, they hit the air dryer right away.
Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah.
We're gonna get complaints.
No.
No. They were just plumbing. They were
Yeah.
fixing an issue at the rest area
Yeah.
together.
Good call out from Vox Poe. He says Jethro Tull sitting on a park bench. Although there was more malicious intentions for that song.
Yeah.
I mean, it was broad daylight, and I was still nervous about it. That's why I dropped my pen. I made sure my location was on for
Yeah.
whoever I share it with.
You keep
I
saying
messaged-
drop your pen. I think you dropped a pen.
Yeah, like you can on
She did.
Google.
She dropped a pin.
Yeah, I
on
guess
Google
so.
Maps,
Yeah,
anybody
yeah.
can do it. You can just drop like your exact location in case you get abducted.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Jennifer,
Yeah.
what do you think they were doing in there? We haven't gotten your opinion yet.
I think.
Little sordid activity of some kind.
Yeah.
You don't think it was honest? Honest work? Honest men?
I don't. I really
All
don't.
right, fine.
I also thought it was weird that one of them, like in this massive parking lot,
Mhm.
parked right next to my truck. I found that very
That's
odd.
cover, you know?
Yeah,
You don't want
yeah.
to be alone
That's right.
in a white van,
That's
of all
true.
things, you know?
And I'm with Jen.
You with Jen?
Yeah, something unsavory was going on.
Sure, it was very savory.
Yeah, well, it may have been.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because off the air, obviously, we mentioned it, and Greg just instantly knew.
Of course.
Yeah, but we can't talk about it.
Yeah, no. All right. Well, we're way late. We got to get into the news. Enough with this ridiculous story,
Yes.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Make sure you like, share, comment on Facebook
up.
what you think. What's that?
Hook up.
Hook up. Hook up with us. That's right. 642-2190. Go to the Facebook page and hook up with us for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Meet us at the Glendale rest area.
That's Glenwood.
Yeah.
Glendale's in Arizona.
Glendale, yeah, I should know that.
Yeah.
Glenwood.
Now we know what's going on in Glendale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hook up.
Yeah. All right. We got to get out of here. It's time for the news.
Pilgrim's Pride Kdqn Processing Plant has immediate openings for maintenance, both shifts, production workers, all shifts, part-time and temporary employment positions available. Between now and December 23rd, all new hires will receive a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Applications are available online at jobvite.com or at Pilgrim's Employment Office at 401 South 3rd Street in Kdqn, open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Pilgrim's is an affirmative action equal opportunity employer. Minorities and veterans are encouraged to apply.
Before going out to the deer woods, there's important information to know to better ensure your safety and keep those around you out of harm's way. Tips to ensure a safe hunting trip include having a plan before you go, knowing your target and what's beyond it, carrying emergency equipment, and wear hunter orange. These folks wish you a safe and successful hunting season. Twisted Times Outfitters, Rich Mountain Electric, Curtis Body Shop, Smith & Mounts Real Estate, Southwest Arkansas Electric Cooperative, REA.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.
Your local news leader is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana. Local news this hour is presented by Horatio State Bank. As a full-service bank, we'd love for you to join our family and let us help you meet your financial needs. And by Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Kdqn and Idabel, your Kubota dealer.
For KDQN News, I'm Patrick Massey reporting. In our first story of the news hour, authorities are continuing their search this morning for a Kdqn man suspected of shooting two men Tuesday night, one of whom has since passed away from his injuries. According to the Kdqn Police Department, 66-year-old Armando Arce of Kdqn is sought in connection with the two shootings that occurred around 6 o'clock Tuesday night. Officers were dispatched to 223 Bobby Lane on the north side of Kdqn in reference to a double shooting. Upon arrival, officers found two men suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Both men were transported for emergency medical treatment, and authorities stated one of the victims died en route to the hospital. Arce developed as a suspect in the case and is currently being sought by law enforcement agencies. Officials with the Kdqn Police Department say Arce is considered armed and dangerous and should not be approached. Anyone who sees Arce or knows of his whereabouts is asked to call 911 immediately. A photo of the suspect has been posted on our website as well as our Facebook page. Now, in some big election news from last night, the results are in for Sevier County. Now, we have two countywide races that were decided last night, and also voters casted their ballots in favor of two upsets on the Sevier County Quorum Court. A total of just under 3,700 Sevier County residents cast their ballots for a voter turnout of 49%. Sevier County races decided last night include Sevier County Sheriff Robert Gentry. He was elected to a third term with 52.75% of the vote to 46% for challenger Johnny Cook. We did have a chance to speak with Robert Gentry following the election to get his thoughts on the election and his outlook for the year ahead.
Sheriff, again, reelected to your third term tonight. How do you feel about that? I know it's been quite an election year for you.
Yes, it has. But I'm really excited and actually humbled that with the big Republican red wave that everybody's been talking about, I stuck to my roots.
One thing you really stressed on the campaign trail was that is that although you do have to register as with a party, that this, when it comes to local politics like a sheriff's office, that's not really about the party preference at that point.
No, it's not about the red or the blue. It's about the red, white, and blue. And that's the way I see it when something comes in or call comes in, whether you're Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, we don't ask, we don't care. We come in, we help take care of your problem best we can. And it's humbling that I won this election. And I'd like to say thank you to Johnny Cook for running a clean campaign. And we didn't chunk no rocks, we didn't throw no mud, and the voters' voice has been heard.
Well, congratulations, Sheriff. Good luck on your third term.
Thank you, Pat.
In the election to determine who would replace retiring Sevier County Clerk Debbie Aiken, Renee Bailey won with 65% of the vote against 31% for fellow candidate Jeff Walls. We also had a chance to speak with Renee Bailey following last night's election.
Renee, so the night is over. It's been a long election year, but it must feel pretty good. You came out with 2/3 of the votes cast in Sevier County. Anything you'd like to say about this election and the folks who came out to support you?
I want to give a warm and sincere thank you to the voters of Sevier County for electing me as your Sevier County clerk. I am forever grateful for you putting your trust into me and allowing me to start this job in 2023. I also want to thank the many folks who have helped me run a positive and professional campaign, from those who have helped with signs, attend and meet greets, and those who assisted me in promotions and et cetera. Without you, the citizens, this would not be possible, and I'm sincerely have a lot of gratitude towards y'all, and I appreciate everything and believing in me.
Great. Well, talking to some of the voters in Sevier County, I talked to quite a few who said they voted for you, and it was really your youth that drew them to you. And it seems like something you've really highlighted on your campaign trail is that, hey, you are a younger person running for this position, and as part of that, you want to bring a little more technology, a little more modern times into the county clerk's office.
Yes, that's correct. Because our books and things are so old in the back, I feel like if we bring more technology in, that we can preserve the history of our county more instead of shuffling through the books, and bring everything more towards a newer century.
Now, let's look at two other countywide races decided last night. In one upset, Michael Barnes wins the three-way race for District 1 seat on the Sevier County Quorum Court with 52% of the vote, replacing incumbent Earl Batiste and defeating fellow challenger Veronica Ozura. In another upset, Callie Miller wins the District 4 seat on the Sevier County Quorum Court with 69% of the vote to 28% for incumbent David Wright. Other races last night include a Kdqn alderman race and also two mayoral races, one in Locksburg, one in Horatio. Check out all of those results online at kdqn.net. But hey, we have some more local news for you, including some more election news. But first, let's take a break and hear these messages from our sponsors.
Agriculture is more than a business. It's a way of life. My bank understands agriculture. They're local. They're here for the long haul. Agriculture is a business that varies like the weather. That's why I need a financial partner I can grow with, in good times and bad, weather or not.
Horatio State Bank. Strong, independent, and local. Member FDIC.
Get a great deal on versatile Kubota equipment today, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, part of our tractor lineup rated #1 in durability and owner experience, Z Series mowers, and Sidekick utility vehicles. Stop by your local Kubota dealer today. Bring home the Kubota L2501 tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 48 months, plus save up to $1,100, now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
Visit Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Idabel, Oklahoma, or Kdqn, Arkansas today.
And we're back with KDQN News. Now, down in Little River County, election night ended with Larry Cowling elected the new county judge. He defeated Elbert Bradley Jr. with 2,889 votes to Bradley's 905. Trey Cobb, he will be Ashdown's new mayor after defeating incumbent James Sutton with 730 votes to Sutton's 276 and 138 for the third challenger, Bobby Freeze. Other Little River County results include Lisa Hearn, who was elected to JP District 2 with 268 votes to 181 for Dante Weed. Mark Ardwin elected to JP District 4 with 262 votes to 192 for Linda Briggs McAllister. And Tyler Davis elected to JP District 5 on the Little River County Quorum Court with 333 votes to 226 for Brandon Kennemore. And in a municipal race in the Ashdown Alderman Ward 1 Position 2 race, incumbent Glenn Ray Bowman re-elected with 407 votes to 164 for challenger Perry Smith. Now, in some other election news from across the listening area, District 87 State Representative Deanne Vaught was re-elected to another term in the Arkansas House of Representatives. She received a total of 2,959 votes in Little River County, 2,725 in Sevier County. Democratic challenger Chris Walcott received 725 in Little River and 774 in Sevier. Libertarian candidate Mark Rawson ended the night with 124 votes in Little River and 144 in Sevier County. Jay Bunyard had a chance to catch up with Deanne Vaught following last night's election to speak about her victory and the road ahead.
We're joined now on the phone by State Representative Deanne Vaught. Big winner tonight with over 70% of the vote in District 87. And no rest for the weary, Deanne. You're on the road back to Little Rock already.
Yes, sir. I'm headed to budget meetings for in the morning.
I know you want to take this opportunity to thank the voters.
Yes, sir. I'm beyond grateful for every vote and for the confidence that the people have in me to do a good job for them here in Little Rock. And I'm beyond grateful that I get to continue to serve the people of District 87. I enjoy being their voice.
Well, you've got some seniority up there. What committees are you currently on, and maybe what are you eyeing in the next session?
So I'm chair of agriculture, of course, and I'm on education. I'm sure I'll go back to education, and I hope to be able to go back to agriculture. And I hope to continue to be on what we call Arkansas Legislative Council, ALC.
Well, you and Farmer John know a little bit about the agriculture end of things as well. Well,
Just a little bit.
You're going to have the opportunity to serve with a new governor. What are your thoughts on that?
How exciting is it to have our first woman governor for the state of Arkansas? That's so exciting to me, and I'm excited to get to work with the first woman, governor, and see what we can do to better Arkansas. I'm very excited about it.
Now, in addition, District 4 State Senator Jimmy Hickey Jr. also won his re-election bid last night. We're going to have an interview with him play for our 12 and 4 p.m. news broadcast, so make sure to check those out for an interview with the winner of last night's District 4 State Senator race, Jimmy Hickey. Now, in our final story before we wrap up the news hour, Kdqn Public Schools is informing the community that it will perform a test of the district's alert system today. District officials announced the test of the district's Rave Panic Button alert system is to ensure the effectiveness of the system and the safety of students. The Rave system is designed to provide instant communication to district faculty and staff as well as local first responders. The test on Wednesday will check the effectiveness of the Rave communication system via cell phones. Officials said this test will ensure the system is in place and that first responders receive notifications accordingly. And let me squeeze one more story in there real quick. As Veterans Day is Friday, and all government offices, banks, and some businesses will be closed that day in observance of the holiday. Want to give a quick reminder to residents of the city of Kdqn that the trash schedule for this week has been changed just a little bit. Thursday's trash is being picked up today. Friday's trash is being picked up tomorrow. Now, the Sevier County Courthouse will be closed this Friday, as will the landfill, but the landfill will reopen on Saturday with normal operating hours. The courthouse will reopen on Monday. Now, a lot of election results. We have, of course, Hochatown winning its incorporation effort. Hochatown did win that. Pike County will not be wet by a margin of just 6 votes. Polk County is going to be wet. Check out all those election results and much more local news, sports, upcoming events, and always much more at kdqn.net. Always find us on Facebook. This is KDQN News.
Local news this hour has been presented by Moyer Equipment Sales and Rentals in Kdqn and Idabel, your Kubota dealer. And by Horatio State Bank. As a full-service bank, we'd love for you to join our family and let us help you meet your financial needs. For local news when you want it, 24 hours a day, go to our website at kdqn.net.
Your premier propane provider, Pinnacle Propane, is back and stronger than ever with aggressive low pricing, consistently reliable service, and safety measures second to none. Pinnacle Propane is your best choice for safe, reliable propane and service at a great price. Call or visit one of our local service centers at Hope, Monticello, Mena, Nashville, or DeQueen to find which budget plan works best for you. For services, contact information, or to make a payment, visit us online at pinnaclepropane.com.
Kdqn Auto Group wants your vehicle. Whether you're ready for trade-in or just need cash for your vehicle, call today. All makes and models accepted. Check out our selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. We offer ASC protection plans for all used vehicles. ASC warranty provides several options to fit any budget. Contact Mac Moore, our finance manager, for more details. Visit our websites at DeQueenFord.net or DeQueenChryslerDodgeJeep.com. Kdqn Auto Group is your hometown full-service Ford, Ram, Jeep, and Dodge dealership.
Did you know the overall suicide rate has increased 35% since 1999? Too often, feelings of shame and stigma stop people from discussing suicide and its effects. Suicidal thoughts are a symptom. Senior Behavioral Health and Cedar Haven would like to bring awareness that just like any other symptom, they can be treated and they can improve over time. In these challenging times, hope and healing are needed more than ever. At Mena Regional Health System, it's patients first, always.
You're independent. So are we. We're a locally owned independent bank. Because of that, we make our loan decisions right here at the bank. You don't have to wait for some out-of-town loan committee to get together. We offer fast, quick answers on your loan requests. Horatio State Bank. Strong, independent, and local. Member FDIC.
District 11 State Senator Jimmy Hickey says join us in thanking our nation's veterans on Veterans Day, observed every year on November 11th. Veterans Day is observed to honor all veterans, both those living and those who gave the ultimate sacrifice. Senator Jimmy Hickey thanks you for your service and wishes you the best on Veterans Day. Senator Jimmy Hickey, proud to represent District 11 in the Arkansas State Senate.
Losing a loved one is never easy, and the healing process is different for every individual. At Chandler Funeral Home, our warm and caring staff are here to support your family on the journey to healing by providing the highest level of care during the most difficult of times. At Chandler Funeral Home, we are dedicated to building long-term relationships with the families we serve. For more information along with valuable resources to help you begin the healing process, visit our website at www.chandlerfuneral.com or on Facebook. Chandler Funeral Home, where friends and family gather to heal.
Don't miss the Carter Adams flooring sale happening now through December at their newest location in Broken Bow. Save big on quality glue-down vinyl plank at just $1.79 per square foot with 6 stylish colors to choose from. In-stock towel in a wide assortment of sizes on sale, $1.79 to $2.39 per square foot. Only at Carter Adams Flooring's newest location at 1206 South Park Drive in Broken Bow. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visit Carter Adams Flooring Broken Bow on Facebook or call 580-584-2274.
The new Lotto game from the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery is creating new traditions for our players, like Vic from Texarkana.
For Lotto, I always play multiples of 7. It ain't math. That's just how many times I've been kicked by a horse. How's that lucky, you say? Well, I'm still here, ain't I?
Your numbers, your game. Play Lotto every Wednesday and Saturday for your chance to match 6 and get rich. Only $2 per play. Call or text 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Lucky number 7.
Hey guys, Brandon McGill here with James Hodge Dodge in Broken Bow. There's never been a better time than now to get a new Ram truck. With just 2.9% APR on the all-new Ram 1500 Lone Star, you can afford a 5.7-liter Hemi with 395 horsepower and over 12,000 pounds of towing, with no payments for 90 days and over $4,000 in rebates. Now that's a sweet deal. Visit James Hodge Dodge on South Park Drive in Broken Bow or online at jameshodgedodge.com.
That's right. We're back. KDQN live on 92.1. The Morning Brew for the 8 o'clock hour. It's been a busy one, man.
It has been.
A bit of a crazy day.
The day after the election. Yeah, a lot of
mhm.
catching up to do.
Yeah.
Crunching numbers.
For some reason, coming into work, I was like, I'll be chill. I'm like, wait, the election's over. No, it's
my
tomorrow.
time to shine.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yeah, I love it.
Thanks to everybody on Facebook Live. Been joining us, a lot of people joining us on there. Make sure you like, share, comment, the whole deal, and you will be put in the drawing for a Facebook Live giveaway on
Bingo,
Friday.
that easy.
And it's a good one. You're going to want to do it. You're going to want to be in the drawing for this one.
I don't know what it is.
Me eater. Well, you have a lot of things on this spreadsheet.
I do.
Don't know which one to jump into next.
You give it to me. I got so much political talk.
Oh, let's avoid that.
Yeah.
Okay, how
Oh.
about we jump into this guy who took a bag of Cheetos. He created a 3,000-pound tomb for it. He
Yeah.
worked on it for months.
Right.
And then he buried it, and he said, do not open for 10,000 years.
Okay.
Just a tiny little bag.
10,000 years?
Yeah, but I mean, who knows if it's going to be that long before somebody...
Right. Just cracks in there
Yeah,
in a
cracks.
survival situation and is happy they did.
Yeah, and
They
he
lived for
listed like
another day.
the ingredients in it as well.
Which should be our issue 4 did not pass in Arkansas, so at least it won't be an Arkansan. Who
Yeah,
breaks
yeah,
that
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Man, these
Exactly.
Cheetos. in there.
Cheetos, man.
Yeah, so I mean, kind of interesting watching him build it, but I was curious what you guys, if you had to pick one thing to put in a 3,000-pound tomb for somebody 10,000 years from now to discover, what would it be?
An LP of the single Everything She Wants by Wham.
Yeah,
I would put that in there. I'd throw that one in there.
Yeah?
Yeah. What about
What's
you?
the reasoning? I don't know yet.
It's a good
Thinking.
song, and people should know about George Michael in 10,000 years.
I think to really confuse some people, I'd throw in one of those cell phones, the sliding ones.
Oh, okay, yeah. This
Slide
was the
up.
hottest
Most
technology.
advanced.
Yeah.
Before the end.
We were wowed by this
Yeah.
at one point in time.
Facebook Live.
Yeah.
I challenge you to comment what you would put in a tomb that is not going to be open for 10,000 years.
Mhm.
Go ahead and comment what you would do on that. and
Or
read
call,
some of them.
too,
Or
if you got
calls, yeah.
something, yeah.
642-2190 is the number to call. Let me throw that number up.
If it had to be a food item, though, I think
Something that wouldn't spoil. I mean, biscuits and gravy, it'd solidify, but then they'd be able to, use, advanced microwaves or whatever on it.
Well, if
and
it's
enjoy them.
encased, or like a genetic recombination fabricator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did make sure that like no bacteria could grow in it with something I don't quite remember.
I would say one of the greatest inventions of mankind is the sandwich.
Yeah.
I would a nice ham and cheese sandwich with some mayo, piece of
Mhm.
lettuce, and a bag of potato chips.
I guarantee you in 10,000 years, they're not going to know the brilliance of a sandwich, and that might bring,
Yeah. Must be pills.
Yeah,
You just,
pills
yeah.
or something like that cracker thing that you give, the cookie cracker thing that you give to Mariah. It's like a baby cracker. I was looking at her eating on that thing. I was like, that's going to be like, space food.
Yeah, it probably like melts in your mouth when you eat it.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Communion wafers.
Yeah.
I imagine, baby food is pretty much astronaut food.
Yeah.
It's a lot of just like pasty kind of stuff, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, it's just pure nutrients, just to meet your daily requirements. It's
Right.
not about tasting good or being filling or anything
Yeah.
like that. It's just nutrients.
Yeah.
Vitamins.
The Halloween pumpkins from Reese's. That I would put one of those in there because for me personally, anytime I have one, which I have usually about 4 or 5 a day, that's a conservative amount.
Judge.
It's amazing every time you eat it. There's so much peanut butter filling in it.
Listen, if you can eat them, if you can buy them in a reasonably priced pack of a bunch of them, I'm with you. But I'm over at Easy Mart.
Mhm.
I'm looking at them. They're selling just the one. It's just one.
Yeah.
It's twice as much as the king size where you get 3.
Yeah.
But it's not as fun.
I guess not.
They're different.
Yeah. Vox Post says he'd put seeds in there.
Yeah.
It's not for survival. You'd be long gone. Then we don't want to help them. Like whoever
They're
cracks
our own.
into this.
I like Bubba Norris's.
Pack of smokes, he says. Pack
Yeah.
of cigarettes.
And bottle of Screech Owl in there too. You know, at least whoever finds it have a good time.
Yeah,
exactly.
A pack of Pall Malls and a bottle of Fireball.
I don't know. He could have gotten a little more creative. Cheetos. It's because Gen Z apparently are obsessed with hot Cheetos.
Yeah, are they the hot ones? And he said he listed the ingredients. The most prevalent ingredient is Red Lake 40.
Yeah, I feel like they were just regular Cheetos, but I could be wrong.
Those do come with a warning label, right? Will cause stomach ulcers.
Yeah, will, not may.
Yeah, no,
They
it's
will.
certainly going to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, they were flaming hot Cheetos.
They
Yeah,
were
he
flaming
buried.
hot. Yeah,
Yes.
that's one thing. I think Gen Zs once they're of age where they're like buying houses and stuff. A big thing is going to be selling like red toilets, so that you can't see the stains. Because hot Cheetos, honestly, that's gotta just run right through you. I've never put one into my body. All right.
Well, have you ever had a sheet cake with the colored icing on it?
Yes.
Yeah, just remember that.
I remember Jen made one cake with the fondant or whatever, and it was black or purple.
yeah.
It was dark purple.
Yeah.
That was a rough day.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. After me, you call a doctor.
Yeah,
afterwards.
I'm sorry to my
To
doctor.
be fair, I don't use fondant anymore. It's just not good.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very good at all.
Yeah.
Well, there is something you've had here to talk about that I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
I saw the headline, but I
Yeah.
didn't read it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to raise a kid that ain't a schmuck. You know, that's my biggest thing. Is that people are like, what do you want Mariah to be? Not a schmuck. Yeah. So, but I guess successful parents say there's something they've been telling their a skill they share with their kids, or a lesson they teach them to grow up and be successful.
Yeah.
Can you save me the trouble of reading that article, or
I
should
can.
I ask you later?
I don't have the article up, but I know that the gist of it was
Yeah, give me the gist.
basically making sure your child is always curious about everything. And especially when maybe they do something bad or wrong and you're talking to them, instead of reprimanding them, you start asking them, how did that make you feel? Why did you do this? Stuff like that, to really kind of get the brain going.
Oh.
I'll pull up the article when I can. And we can
reason with them a little bit.
Reason with them, yeah.
I can see that. Yeah.
Reason with a child. Okay.
Well, as much as you can.
I thought it was going to be these are all trust fund Yale kids or something. Just make sure the rare skill they have is
Money.
my $1 million inheritance for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever. That's a
Very
that's
rare
a good
skill, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It wasn't that. It was be curious.
Be curious.
So if they reach for the hot stove or something,
they'll learn.
You let them learn that way.
Okay. So here we go. We got just a little bit of a list here. Okay. Got an ad blocker here. They don't like that.
Yep.
They encourage their kids to fix things. Let's see
Fix
here.
things with a screwdriver.
Yeah. Fixing things can help kids develop decision-making and problem-solving skills. If you have something around the house that needs repairing, like a bad light bulb or leaky faucet, use it as a teaching opportunity with your kids. That's such a great idea.
Yeah.
Love that.
Doesn't that seem like Lego? Well, that's more popular than ever, right?
Yeah.
You kind of, kids building stuff. And,
Yeah.
destroying it afterwards.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
They instill the confidence to tackle big real-world problems. One guy says, my mom built my confidence every single day. She told me I could do anything I wanted to do, no matter how unachievable and ambitious it seemed. And in very specific ways, we would talk about different leadership opportunities. They also had a rule to never be bored. We were always learning things together, playing games, exploring, or having little adventures, etc. So
I think my baby finds me boring.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people. Or
just
the baby?
Oh.
Or no,
yeah, there we go.
No.
Caitlin's so good. Caitlin's so exciting with the baby.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she looks at me and she's like, blah.
yeah, I've seen you do the monkey noises.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
she
she likes the
just
monkey
loves
noises.
it.
Unfortunately, I taught her how to scream
right.
like a monkey, so now she just
Yeah.
kind of does it randomly.
Yeah.
At least it's not one of those things I was telling you yesterday. How she laughs in her sleep,
Mm-hmm.
creepy. She starts screaming like a howler monkey in her sleep. That's
a
Gonna
problem.
be a problem.
Yeah, that's soon. That's going to happen
Yeah. Here we go. They ask the hard questions. For example, let's say your child went outside during a lightning storm. You could ask them, you put yourself in a very risky situation. How did you analyze it? I mean,
These kids ain't
Yeah.
successful. These kids are not successful.
What
None
made
of
you
them.
decide to do what you did? And is there anything you learned from this experience that would make you evaluate risk differently?
I would say in order to be successful, these kids would have to be at least 21, and this type of parenting wasn't done even not that long ago.
I'd say more like 35.
Yeah,
Is
you're-
what you could talk to your
yeah.
child like this.
Your
Yeah.
5-year-old's not going to understand
No.
what you just
Yeah,
said.
I didn't even understand it.
By successful, they got a gold star sticker on their in their Montessori school.
Yeah,
you know.
I will say,
That sounds
definitely
successful.
for trust fund kids. That's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
You want
Yeah.
a Goldman Sachs CEO?
Yeah.
do that.
Does it have any examples of these successful kids?
Let me see.
That like the kid went out into a lightning storm and was able to be like, so what?
Absorb the lightning and be a superhero afterwards.
Ask them why that was wrong. Like analyze it and be like, what? So why was that a bad thing to do? To go
So-
into the lightning storm.
Apparently, this lady wrote a book called Raising an Entrepreneur, and that's why she talked to 70 different parents who raised highly successful kids.
Oh, her kid's an influencer. That's
Yeah, yeah.
The
And-
hottest new small business in the country now is brand ambassador.
Yeah.
I want to read the one though where it said, talk to 70 parents who have kids that are like, yeah, bless their heart, I love them.
Mhm.
Yeah, are they successful? I love them.
Yeah. And successful, you know.
Bless
it's just-
their heart.
Yeah, bless
Yeah.
their hearts.
What is
Yeah.
successful? Oh,
Yeah, you got somebody walking around back there that's
in my
looking for you.
office.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Speak-
as she pleases, I guess.
That reminds me, the bless your heart thing, a lot of Southerners say that. Is that a dig? Like, hey, because somebody says that to me.
It's a nice dig. I think it's a nice one. Yeah, like, you know, if you
Caitlin.
did something dumb, you know, you might get like a, well, bless your heart.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like,
If you do something
you do
nice.
better next time. you
Yeah.
know?
If you do something nice, bless your heart. Wow. You know?
Yeah, maybe
So
even
it can be,
The tone.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've had a few bless your hearts come my way that I'm like, I was an idiot, I guess. There.
I was reading an article about chocolate gravy the other day, and you know how these it was a recipe really, but you know how recipes nowadays are all like stupid articles. Like at
Yes.
first it's the whole life story of the author, and then it's the philosophy behind chocolate gravy. But it all starts, you know, we all know down in the South they're very hospitable, and if you go down there, you'll get you more than a few dozen bless your hearts. And I was reading, it's like, yeah, you don't want. You come to the South and you getting bless your hearts thrown at you left and right. You
Yeah.
should probably go back north.
Either you're running a coat drive or you're probably doing something dumb.
Yeah, you're putting your foot in your mouth everywhere.
Yeah.
You go.
Yeah. Vox Post says, how old was Ben Franklin when he flew the kite? I don't know if that's a joke.
A treasure map, but no treasure.
Yeah, treasure map, but no treasure
I like
in
that.
the tomb. How old was Ben Franklin when he flew the kite? First of all, he bought the idea.
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
Like he
Oh.
paid somebody.
He paid somebody who had
That's
that
fair.
idea. That's fine. Yeah. I don't.
You
know.
didn't like Bill Gates it then?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Just wreck somebody's
Yeah, yeah,
workshop and
exactly.
he's like, I'm taking your kite. I'm taking your key.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. And your bifocals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your bucket of water you stood
Yeah.
in.
I'm Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
Tosses the table over. Yeah.
Played for the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
Franklin did.
Yeah. Not Oakland anymore.
Yeah, I
okay,
know,
Don't,
yeah.
Don't even remind me.
Yeah,
there goes my
forget.
favorite team
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
It's Vegas now.
Yeah.
So you didn't tell little Johnny not to stay out of the storm. Bless your heart. I'm really good. It's great.
Now he can't. Now he smells colors.
He's a little fried Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but the article just kind of sums it up by saying, you know, all of these 70 parents, I don't know if it's pairs or not, they all said ultimately teaching your kid how to be curious about things was the most important.
I don't like this, and I'll tell you
Yeah.
why. And Patrick can back me up on it. I'm just going to say it because you're not in my brain and you don't know what I'm about to say. But I'd rather you say it. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to say it. If
Yeah.
that's okay.
Go for it.
All
you
right.
have my permission.
Best. I'm Patrick. All right. Best. Which one's? I don't know what Patrick sounds like.
You on thin ice, buddy.
Yeah. Best parenting advice I ever got
Mhm.
was from Jay Lindley saying,
Yeah.
"You'll figure it out.
I love that.
Yeah.
I
You'll
love
figure it
the way
out.
you guys talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes.
And the way he talks about it too.
Mhm.
And then he starts expounding on it. I'm like, no, don't
Don't
do
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
You're watering
It's
it down.
best-
Yeah. That was I got two of the best pieces of advice I got, because most of it's just like, oh, you're gonna want to do this and that and this and that and this and that. And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
I did not grab a notepad for
Right.
this conversation here.
Yeah,
They
do you have a
literally
book?
had like people for 3 hours berate me on how I need to raise the child, and it's like I in one ear,
Yeah.
out the other. Okay,
Yeah.
but two pieces of advice, Jay Lindley, you'll figure it out. Walter Smith, enjoy every day.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard the hardest thing sometimes about raising kids is the days that you can spend with them. Now, as a baby, different.
Yeah.
You know, maintain, keep alive,
Yeah.
make sure she's
3-year-old.
laughing rather than crying.
Yeah.
But when they start to think,
Yeah.
you know, that 5, 6
Pressure's
years
on.
old, yeah, like you got to play the game where nobody loses. You know, you can't like. You kind of have to be a 5-year-old as well. And that can be
Yes.
a little bit boring.
I'm kind of
after a
hoping the
while.
5-year-old will be like a 35-year-old.
Yeah.
And she's so like
Axis
tired
and
after
allies.
working all day that she just like wipes the dirt off her brow, and then she's
Yeah.
like, I gotta get some rest. And
Yeah.
we'll back at it 5 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
There's sorry.
Oh, I was going to say Vox Post says kids are naturally curious,
yes.
and I agree. But like, do we not see like a stamping out of that a little bit, like curiosity? Like instead, okay, just take the phone or whatever, take the iPad and pique your curiosity that way, or like I remember adventures.
Go take
as a
your kid bug hunting.
Oh yeah, bug
Kids
hunting.
love bugs. And that
Yeah.
a lot
For
of
the
them,
most
some
part.
of them,
Yeah.
and that teaches them not to, what to be scared of, what not to be
Yeah.
scared of.
Did I tell you that Mariah likes eating bugs?
Yes,
Yeah.
she tried to eat a caterpillar.
Yeah, but she got.
She looks like it looks bad.
Yeah.
Like she tried to eat this caterpillar, and I guess it's a tussock. They come out this time of
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
and you don't want to touch them. And
No.
she decided to touch them with her mouth. And,
Yeah, looks like she has mono.
yeah, it looks like a lot of cold sores and stuff. And she's fine.
Oh, poor baby.
She's fine. But it was a little scary. But man,
Yeah.
there's some bad caterpillars out. Like,
Yeah, there
it's
are.
like, I was like, so what kind of caterpillar is this? Look it up. And at least I was like, well, I'm glad it's not this one. There's one in Arkansas. It's like the flannel moth caterpillar. It says when it stings you or bites you or pinches you, whatever it does,
Yeah.
pokes you.
Yeah.
The closest thing they can compare it to is being shot. It's like a white hot burning pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be bad for a 8-month-old to
Well,
put
just
in her mouth.
imagine how tasty caterpillars look to birds and all kinds of creatures. They look so good. They have to have some sort of protection.
I'm getting
Yeah.
hungry just thinking about it.
I know.
Yeah.
I always think of Lion King.
Oh yeah, the grubs.
When they're eating the grubs, they
Yeah,
look
yeah,
so
they do
good.
look quite
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess maybe birds do have some kind of like preconceived fear of caterpillars.
The
because
colors.
Maybe the colors. When we were doing backyard chickens, I would like when we'd get like the tomato worms or the hornworms, some people call them, pluck them off, throw them to the chickens, they'd run away. Now they were really big. Maybe they thought they were little snakes or something.
And the
Yeah, yeah.
color too, possibly.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't know.
they're all
They're
green.
green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's nothing too striking about. They got their
bright
eyes
green.
on their butt, so
Yeah.
you don't know which parts their head. I
Yes.
guess that helps for something, I guess. But but yeah, the chickens would not eat them. Maybe they just knew, like, man, that's a caterpillar. It could be, it could be bad.
Yeah.
Right.
It could be bad for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
fed
it's
one
like-
to a spider once. I managed to wrap it up in it, and the spider ate like it was a big old tomato worm. It was just a husk afterwards,
Yeah.
and then that spider, I noticed like he didn't move for a couple of days, and I like poked him, and he fell right off the web, hit the concrete because it was in my shop, and he just
Yeah.
Yes.
all
it's-
green. It's like a-
Spiders don't have the feeling of fullness.
Yeah.
They're opportunistic feeders, so they will eat until they die.
they're just like me.
Yeah.
And even a drop from an inch up could kill a spider. Could kill a tarantula even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. It takes 20 minutes for your stomach to tell your brain I'm full.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I love that 20 minutes though. I can eat.
Yeah, exactly.
I call that a window of opportunity.
Yeah. If you stub your toe, you know it immediately, and that's twice the distance.
Yeah. Well, there is
Yeah.
that. you stub your toe, there is that like 2 or 3 second delay where you're like, oh, this is about to hurt.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
talking
true.
about? Or
Yeah.
you got that. But it's really quick. But
Yeah.
That
Not
that is
20 minutes.
You get those words ready on the tip of your tongue to start just cussing.
Yeah. Oh, I hate when you stub your. You just stubbed it really bad, but you literally have like a couple of seconds before the pain
Yes.
reaches your brain receptors.
Oh, that's interesting. Fish paste.
Tartar sauce.
I did want to bring this up quick because I thought it was funny. There's this, at least on TikTok, this piece of advice going around. The best advice you can get is sleep when your baby sleeps.
Yeah.
And I saw one reaction to it, and there was this lady was like, okay, sleep when my baby sleeps. Should I wash the dishes when my baby washes the dishes? Should I cook dinner when my baby is cooking dinner?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Baby, fold laundry. It's time to fold laundry. Right?
And for certain parents, that's going to be a rough 36 hours. Babies sometimes don't want to sleep.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Or sleep at inopportune times, like you're just at work, like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. No, what you learn from babies that you don't need that much sleep to survive.
To survive. Okay, yeah. To thrive, not
I'm just saying to just not die.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
To stay alive, you don't need that much. Yeah.
We got to take a break, y'all. We'll be right back with the Brew Crew.
We're proud to announce Howard Memorial Hospital now offers telehealth services so you can stay healthy while staying home. Easily access our telehealth portal from your smartphone, tablet, or computer to connect with your trusted providers. All you need is a valid email address to sign up. Telehealth visits are available for most clinic appointments, Compass Behavioral Health Services, and some emergency consults. Your health is our priority. Let us take care of you from the comfort of your own home. Visit howardmemorial.com/telehealth to learn more.
For professional medical care, stop by King Medical Clinic, 180 Highway 71 South in Ashdown. Dr. Rachel King is board certified in pediatric and internal medicine. King Medical Clinic has 3 nurse practitioners on staff: Jana Parker, Jana Boquin, and Wes Ayen. King Medical Clinic does well child appointments, in-house immunizations, acute care, lab work, and x-rays. Most major insurances are accepted too at King Medical Clinic, Highway 71 South in Ashdown.
Judy's Wholesale Furniture in Idabel, Oklahoma, stocked with everything you need to create the look you want with brands like Ashley, Coaster, Cottage Creek, and Symbol Englander. Relax, refresh, and recharge with the Power Recliner by Catnapper, complete with power headrests, heat, and massage. Judy's Wholesale also carries studio and sleeper sofas perfect for cabins and cottages. Whatever your needs and style, you're sure to find what you're looking for at Judy's Wholesale Furniture, 259 North in Idabel, across from Kiamichi Technology Center.
Hey guys, Michael Hardage here from Gregor Extreme Chevrolet in Ashdown, Arkansas. Just want to let you guys know about a sweet little promotion we got going on in the service department right now. If you're an existing customer and send us a new customer that's never been here before, we're going to give them $15 off their service, and in turn you'll receive $15 off your next service. So call your family and friends up, send them down here to Gregor Extreme Chevrolet in Ashdown, and let's get you both a little discount on your next services.
Harris Drug & Gifts in downtown DeQueen is your fragrance headquarters this holiday season. For the ladies, Pink Sugar, Euphoria, Light Blue, Cool Water, Versace, and much more. And for the men, Hugo Boss, Obsession, Paul Sebastian, Polo Double Black, Dracar Noir, and many other favorites. Harris Drug has a good selection of infant clothes and accessories for boys and girls too. And don't forget the popular Razorback Corner. Happy holidays from Harris Drug, downtown DeQueen.
All right,
you
back.
hear that?
I did.
Little holiday jingle.
Yeah, it's just the tiniest. Ching, chong, chong, ching, ching.
Yeah. I got in big trouble last night because Kyle came home from work and I had put up the Christmas tree. I didn't decorate it. I was like, what do you think about it right here? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
No, put it away.
Leave it.
Yeah.
I feel this weekend it's all happening.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But I saw a Facebook post by Robert Morphew that his house is getting Christmas decorations. And I'm thinking, if Robert Morphew's house has Christmas decorations, well, dang it, so can mine. All
Yeah,
right?
you hear that, Kyle? You hear that? I know you're listening right now. I can put up Christmas decorations if I want. I'm actually waiting until Caitlin does. So that
My house is always decorated for Christmas. The nightmare before Christmas.
Yeah. I was gonna say like that Eddie Murphy SNL Christmas skit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
If there's anything in there, it might be stolen from your neighbors.
Yeah. Bailey Discount Building Supply.
Yes.
Your number one-stop shop here in Sevier County for all your building material needs. Paint, stain, hardware, plumbing, electrical, cabinets, appliances, doors.
Popcorn.
Popcorn is indeed correct.
While you're shopping for all said items.
Yes, that's right. Bailey Discount DQ on Facebook. They have a great Facebook page. Make sure you visit that.
I do. I'm looking at
Stay
it
a
right
fan.
now. They've been highlighting some of their employees, and
Oh,
this
how
one I
cool.
actually met him the other day. Michael Janis, I believe how you pronounce that. I love these little highlights of him. Said that he's been a great yard worker. He was one of those I had to get something, help me find it, load it up in a truck, all that. Can't ask for
Sweet.
better.
Love it.
That's just, hey, the customer service we're all used to at Bailey Discount Building Supply.
That's right. They definitely appreciate their employees and their customers. So
Yeah.
go and stop by today. 880 East Colin Ray Drive. Big sponsor of the Brew Crew. And by the way, if any businesses want to give me a free hat out there, look at Facebook Live right now.
Yeah, we've consistently had.
Thousands and thousands of dollars of advertising just on my head.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a great idea.
A little bit of room, you could get a tattoo.
Oh,
Like a
yeah,
Bailey
yeah.
Discount Building Supply tattoo on your forehead.
I'm saving that for one thing.
Okay, yeah.
Taco Bell will give you a lot of free Taco
Yes,
Bell
they
if
will.
you tattoo your face.
Interesting.
So
Is it specifically? I thought it was.
no, tattoos will get you somewhere, but you tattoo your
that's the big
face.
one. Yeah.
Then every single Taco Bell in the country, I can just walk into and be like, "All right,
I'm here."
Yeah, what you got for me?"
We've got we have makeup now that can cover tattoos.
Oh yeah,
I was going to say it's gotten better over the past few years.
Right.
It's
So
weird to get tattoos and then like cover them up.
I mean, honestly, I'd probably do it if I got not Taco Bell, but something else. Like,
Yeah, it's more incentive to do it.
Yeah.
Taco Bell tattoo right on the forehead there, covered up with makeup. That's
It would have to be something like that for me to ever get a tattoo. I don't like anything enough in this world to get it like permanently inked on my body. But if it was free tacos,
Yeah.
you know, if it was like El Paisanos, all right,
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
That's
Not
what
on the forehead though.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
That's still the
That's-
neck.
yeah.
prison style.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, dude. If I got my favorite band or something tattooed on me, the next day they'll come out as like, serial killers or something like that. And
Yeah.
knowing my luck.
Yeah.
Guys, we got to get out of here. We got your day's reminders. That's news, obituaries, and weather. We definitely appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with us today on Facebook Live and otherwise. And just been a ton of fun today.
Yeah, it's been.
Yeah, it was a great show last night. Shout out to the big man in the corner office for really handling that, and our news director Patrick Massey.
Hey,
and,
shout out to you too for working the board
I
and
worked the
doing your
board.
thing.
Yeah, Janice Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Janice Smith.
Covering
Yeah.
River County.
That's right. And then shout out to all of our local electorates.
Candidates? Peeps.
All the people that won and
Yeah.
ran and had fun and
Yes.
community
Our
and
new
the whole
elected
thing.
officials
There you
and
go.
such, yeah.
And to the voters.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job.
Well, I was going to say to the people who may have not won either. Good for you.
That's what I meant too.
Oh, okay.
Like as in like all of them.
Just every.
All right. You know what?
Good job,
I'm
Ted.
I'm the worst at being genuine. So let's just not do that.
Yeah.
Good
All
job
right.
for waking up this
Yeah.
morning.
Yeah,
everybody.
to the losers.
Yeah.
I'll translate for you.
We gotta get out of here. It's time for the day's reminders. We'll see you on the other side.
Curtis Body Shop, 195 Highway 71 North in DeQueen. Family owned and operated since 1978. At Curtis Body Shop, our focus is on you, the customer, providing you with quality work you can count on and a lifetime warranty. See Curtis Body Shop for all your auto glass and collision needs. Contact Curtis Body Shop at 870-642-6711 or come by for a free estimate.
I always enjoyed sitting on the front porch with my granddad. I loved to hear his stories about the old days, like when grocery stores actually had folks working at the checkout. He'd say they'd carry your groceries right out of the car for you. As he reminisced about how service used to be, I realized that there's still a place that offers great service, Pruitt's Food, where you'll always find friendly hometown spirit, fresh meats and produce, hot deli food, and yes, they'll even carry the groceries out to the car for you. Pruitt's Food. Over 40 years of great service.
Buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's. Or as we like to call it, the can't have just one deal. Mix and match a flaky sausage biscuit, savory sausage McMuffin, sausage McGriddles, or crispy hash browns. Want 2 sausage biscuits? Buy one, get one for $1. Want a sausage biscuit and hash browns? That's cool too. Choose more of what you love. Buy one, get one for $1 at McDonald's. Prices and participation may vary. Valid for item of equal or lesser value. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
The 116th State Fair of Louisiana is going on now, and this is the final week. Come enjoy plenty of great food, exciting rides, free shows, and live music on the Arnold and Itkin stage. This Sunday is Veterans and Military Appreciation Day. It's free admission for all veterans, active military, and their families with a parade starting at 2 p.m. Visit us on Facebook and search us on the web. This is the final week of the State Fair of Louisiana going on now through Sunday at the Louisiana State Fairgrounds in Shreveport.
Pilgrim's Pride Kdqn Processing Plant has immediate openings for maintenance, both shifts, production workers, all shifts, part-time and temporary employment positions available. Between now and December 23rd, all new hires will receive a $2,000 sign-on bonus. Applications are available online at jobvite.com or at Pilgrim's Employment Office at 401 South 3rd Street in Kdqn, open 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. Pilgrim's is an affirmative action equal opportunity employer. Minorities and veterans are encouraged to apply.
Time now for obituaries, brought to you by Wilkerson Funeral Homes.
Losing a loved one is difficult for every family. During such an emotional time, it isn't easy to make all the decisions that must be made. Pre-planning a funeral is an easy way to remove the burden of these difficulties from your family. Not only does it give you peace of mind for the future, but it can save the family's additional expenses. Pre-planning allows you to lock a funeral in at today's prices. Call or come by Wilkerson Funeral Home today to learn more about funeral planning. It's easy and affordable. Wilkerson Funeral Home, dependable professional service since 1929.
Mrs. Linda Gail Keaton Bourne, age 66, a resident of Hayworth, passed away Sunday, November 6th, at her home. She was born May 14th, 1956, in Kellogg, Idaho. She was a Baptist. Mrs. Bourne was a housekeeper for the Kdqn Hospital for many years and worked in the deli department at Pruitt's. She was preceded in death by her parents, Charles Ray and Bonnie Ward Keaton, her son, William Joseph B.J. Bourne, 2 brothers, Johnny and Eddie Dale Keaton, 2 daughters, Tracy and Angela Bourne. She is survived by her husband of 44 years, Randy Jean Bourne, 1 son and daughter-in-law, James Earl and Elaine Johnson of Billingsley's Corner, 1 daughter, Melissa Johnson of Hayworth, 3 sisters, Jeannie Norwood of Locksburg, Sally Lacefield of Kdqn, and Tammy Hewitt of Warren, Arkansas. 3 brothers, James Ward of Ohio, Terry Keaton of Hayworth, and Donnie Keaton of Idabel. 9 grandchildren, 10 great-grandchildren, and a number of nieces and nephews. Graveside funeral services for Mrs. Bourne will be held at 2 p.m. Wednesday, November 9th at Pauley Cemetery with Jamie Cowan officiating under the direction of Wilkerson Funeral Home in Kdqn. The family will receive friends from 6 to 8 p.m. Tuesday, November 8th at the funeral home in Kdqn. You may leave a condolence online at www.wilkersonfuneralhomes.com. Orville Lee Humphrey, age 61, a resident of Foreman, passed away Sunday, November 6th at his home. He was born February 8th, 1961 in San Antonio. Mr. Humphrey was a mechanic for Danella Rail Services. He enjoyed hunting, riding four-wheelers, and loved to read. He was preceded in death by his parents, Thomas J. and Marietta Evans Humphrey, and 1 brother, Terry Humphrey. He is survived by his son, Brandon Humphrey of Foreman, granddaughter, Mary Humphrey of Foreman, his adopted children and grandchildren, his fiancée, Patty Hanks of Ashdown, sister-in-law, Debbie Cowley of Foreman, 1 niece and 1 nephew. Graveside funeral services for Mr. Humphrey will be held at 2 p.m. Thursday, November 10th at Pauley Cemetery with Brother Audie Dawson officiating under the direction of Wilkerson Funeral Home in Kdqn. The family will receive friends from 6 to 8 p.m. Wednesday, November 9th at the funeral home. You may leave a condolence online at www.wilkersonfuneralhomes.com. Mr. Timothy Allen King, age 58, a resident of Kdqn, passed from this life on Sunday, November 6th in Kdqn. Tim, as he was known to family and friends, was born on September 23, 1964, in DeQueen to Theodore Leroy and Della Mae Young King, the eldest of 2 sons. Tim was a 1982 graduate of Nashville High School. Tim worked more than 10 years for Pilgrim's Pride in DeQueen and later as a carpenter, working a number of years for Paul Spears and DeLois Gentry. Tim married the love of his life, Bonnie D. Sullivan, on August 21, 1999. Together they shared 23 loving years. Tim was an avid fan of Arkansas Razorbacks football and softball and enjoyed going to concerts, the beach, watching wrestling, fishing, going to the casino, and loved his fur babies. Tim best spent his time with Bonnie, their children, and grandchildren. He was preceded in death by his fathers, Kdqn and Paul Spears. Tim leaves to cherish his memory, his loving wife, Bonnie King of DeQueen, his mother, Della Spears of DeQueen, his children, Justin King of Little Rock, Kirsten King of Walkerton, Indiana, Kelsey Taylor and husband Zach of Waldron, and Megan Gilbert and husband Daniel of DeQueen, his grandchildren Rayleigh Churchwell, Josie Churchwell, Madison Jones, Mila Canaday, Presley Goins, Mariella Canaday, Memphis Check, Braxton Vaughn, Emberly Taylor, Gage Tucker, Xander Tucker, and Knox Taylor, his brothers Brian King and wife Kim of Hooks, Texas, and Johnny Spears of DeQueen, sister and brother-in-law Stacy and Mark Heath of Winthrop, his nieces and nephews Brianna King of Ashdown, Matthew King of Locksburg, Brent Heath of Tom, and Blake Heath of Winthrop, as well as numerous special cousins, other relatives, and a host of friends. Funeral services for Mr. Tim King will be held at 2 p.m. Thursday, November 10th in the Chandler Funeral Home Chapel with brother Brad Sullivan officiating. Interment will follow at Redmond Cemetery in DeQueen. The family will receive friends from 4 to 7 p.m. Wednesday at the funeral home. You may leave a condolence online at www.chandlerfuneral.com.
Mr. Donald Gene Donnie Price, age 61, a resident of DeQueen, died Tuesday, November 8th at his home. He was born October 16, 1961 in DeQueen. He was a satellite technician and was a member of the Wicks Church of Christ. Donnie enjoyed hunting and fishing and loved his children and grandchildren. Mr. Price was preceded in death by his father, Tommy Cleveland Price, a nephew, Jason Morris, and a niece, Casey Price. He is survived by 2 sons and daughters-in-law, Brandon and Jean Price of DeQueen, and Trenton and Alyssa Price of Eagletown, a daughter, Megan Price of Eagletown, his mother and stepfather, Carolyn and Felton Vaught of Gillum, 2 brothers and sister-in-law, his twin Ronald and Chris Price and Josh Price, all of Gillum, 2 sisters and brothers-in-law, Tammy and Brad Morris of DeQueen, and Patricia and Jimmy Pollard of Gillum, 5 grandchildren, Aspen Price, Jacob Oladi, Cami Oladi, Tegan Price, and Christopher Donald, a number of nieces and nephews, and his dog, Little Bit. A memorial service will be held at 11 o'clock a.m. Friday, November 11th in the Wicks Church of Christ, with Pastor David Jacobs officiating under the direction of Wilkerson Funeral Home. Cremation arrangements by Wilkerson Funeral Home in DeQueen. You may leave a condolence online at wilkersonfuneralhomes.com.
It's time now for the weather, brought to you by AEP SWEPCO and ACR Services.
Let's stay safe around power lines. When storms hit or a vehicle strikes a utility pole, power lines may be down. Remember, downed power lines can be energized and dangerous. Stay away from downed wires of any kind and any trees, fences, or puddles that may be in contact with the lines. Keep others away, especially children and pets. Call SWEPCO or 911 immediately. For more information, visit swepco.com/safety.
Don't wait for a breakdown. It's important to have all heating and air conditioning systems checked and cleaned regularly for optimal performance and efficiency. No matter the size or scale of your HVAC problem, the pros at ACR Service in DeQueen can solve it. And if it's time to replace your old unit, get professional advice from Ray and Cody at ACR Service. They'll ensure you have the correct size and most efficient unit for your home or business to fit your budget. Call on the professionals at ACR Service in DeQueen, 584-3343.
Number one country weather.
All right. Closing out the weather quickly, brought to you by AEP SWEPCO and ACR Services. Today, dense fog. Otherwise, we will see some sun at one point with a high near 81. Calm winds this afternoon. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 59. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high near 78. And tomorrow night does have a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, but it's looking like very late into the evening. Calm winds tomorrow night, and Veterans Day on Friday, of course, has a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms as well. That is going to do it for the show. Facebook Livers, thanks a lot. Make sure you like, share, comment for the giveaway on Friday for Patrick and Jen. I'm Tyler. This has been the Brew Crew. God bless you, and of course, have a great day.
Your number one country, 92.1, is KDQN, Kdqn, Ashdown, Texarkana.